What's up guys, this is your favorite fanfic YouTuber, the Fanfic Majesty, and welcome to another amazing video. You can follow me on Patreon for exclusive stories. 4TS Chapter 71 Uchiha Ran. Uchiha's G Road is Fraternity, Customize. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Rain Country. Akatsuki organizes a secret base. Following the opening of Uchiha, Itachi, Kakuzu, Hidan, Sasori and Deidara watched Uchiha Ran. Just a minute ago, Konan walked in with this water-kun riding 5th Hokage, and knocked their eyes out. On the one hand, I was amazed that Uchiha Ran was still in Wuyan village for a few minutes, but now he hooked up to Rain Shinobi village. The technique of Flying Thunder God is really powerful. On the other hand, they were amazed that Uchiha Ran came on a water-kun, which was really annoying to them. And most importantly, because of the news brought by Konan. Nagato has decided to work with 5th Hokage. As the leader, he does not intend to force you. Everyone can decide whether to stay or go, but 5th Hokage appreciates you and wants to recruit you personally. 9. In fact, Uzumaki Nagato was still reading the history books, but Konan decided that he would be convinced by Uchiha Ran, so he gave the clear message directly. Upon hearing this news, the members of Shao's organization were immediately stunned. No one would have thought that they were well organized and planned for several years. Recently, they were about to start taking action. As a result, the leader led the betrayal. Outrageous. But Konan obviously didn't plan to say anything more, and directly used the control of the white paper to wrap Yahiko's body, and then controlled it to fly to his side. After Uzumaki Nagato chose the fairy body, all the corpses lost their reincarnation eyes and could no longer be remotely controlled, and had become real corpses. If the body is exposed for a long time, it will be broken. Uchiha Ran has promised to resurrect Yahiko after the announcement of the blood follow-up list. Konan doesn't want to make a mistake in this part. When Yahiko is resurrected and paired with Uzumaki Nagato, she will not have the pressure of the former deputy leader. I'm curious, how do you convince me? Konan's attitude made the members look at Uchiha Ran. Kakuzu spoke first, with contempt in his voice. As the oldest person in the field who has played with first Hokage, he doesn't think Uchiha Ran can convince himself. Uzumaki Nagato's reincarnation eye is very reliable, and he prefers to be a lone ranger, if not for nothing. But before Uchiha Ran could answer, the golden bell rang. Immediately after, Uchiha Itachi made the list. The matter of solicitation is obviously to be moved back. As 5th Hokage, Uchiha Ran can't possibly reveal the fact that he knows the organization's side. But no one thought that Uchiha Itachi would ask Uchiha Ran about options. Then you really asked the right person. Uchiha Ran smiled at him. He's not a god fan. On the contrary, his thinking is very villain, and only pays attention to his own people. Of course, if the ability is big enough, I don't mind doing some big picture things. But for the village to slaughter the entire Uchiha clan, the police say that there is a Hokage mentality, and also that the Uchiha clan will not succeed in rebelling, and they will drag the village into the water together. As the eldest son of the patriarch, Uchiha Itachi should stand firmly on Uchiha Ran's side. Even if the fish die, the net is broken, and the jade is burnt. Advertisement. Well, the real Uchiha broke on love is the root of all evil. But now, Uchiha Ran is willing to give Uchiha Itachi some popular science, and by the way make some suggestions. Because these two bonus options are hooked, it means that Uchiha Itachi Ishin just wants to be the power of Uchiha Sasuke. You can use it, however, he didn't wait for him to explain. On the gold list, they fell out again. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Itachi. My stupid Ududuming, you are still such a waste on the blood following list. Is the promotion of Sanguyu because Shao catches up with me, and then gets beaten by me. As expected of the Nissan who gave Sasuke the C, he noticed Sasuke's thoughts in an instant, and a rhythm followed the trend, which stimulated him. He is also happy that the Uchiha clan's Ron can ascend to the position of Hokage, but if Sasuke lacks the motivation to become stronger because of this, it will be bad. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Sasuke. Damn, Itachi, you dare to come, I want to kill you. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Itachi. Stupid Ududu, you can be on the list, so can I, and I'm still ahead of you, can you still stop the gold list? Uchiha Itachi. Stupid Ududu, you are far from the IQ of Sanguyu who made the list. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Itachi. I'm waiting for you to come, but do you have such a measure? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Sasuke. Uchiha Itachi, you bastard, IXXXXXX. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Izumi. Itachi, why? Why did you slaughter the clan with that Uchiha Obito? Uchiha Itachi, I just wanted to prove my ability. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Sasuke. Asshole. XXXXXX. Uchiha Izuna. Just bean sacks. At Uchiha Izumi, you said that this one called Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Obito slaughtered clansmen. Slaughtered? Onogi. Madara-sama's brother, didn't you mention this before? Uchiha has been exterminated. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Izuna. I know that the Uchiha clan has been wiped out, and I plan to ask people to ask about the specific situation after the end of the blood follow-up list, but now that I mention it, it is actually our own clan who did it. Tough Tobarama. Isn't this normal? You Uchiha clan, you invented the number of people like Izanagi and Izanami who are mutually reinforcing. One changes fate, the other decides fate, it's normal. Uchiha Itachi. Yes, Uchiha Madara is a rotten clan, a clan that cannot coexist with existence, and should be destroyed. A group of Uchiha slain people came to stand and cursed frantically. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Izuna, you bastard, shame on you Uchiha. Uchiha Izuna. At Uchiha ran, although the resurrection technique created by Tobirama is annoying. But you have reincarnated me from the dirt, and I will destroy this white-eyed wolf with my own hands. Uchiha Izuna, who did not have the concept of a village at the time of his death, only had the concept of a family, could not understand Uchiha Itachi's stupid idea at all. Onogi. Actually, isn't this second Hokage's fault after all? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Izuna. How do you say it? Close black lens bracket, Onogi. The Konoha guards deliberately handed over the Uchiha clan full responsibility, causing the Uchiha clan to be isolated from the village. The guard, the enforcers, are destined to be hated. And Uchiha is mostly Tsunere by nature. Yes, it's actually more Tsunere than arrogance, but his expression is cold and arrogant. Thus, cracks occur. Beautiful hand Hashirama. Tobirama, how can you do such a thing? Advertisement open black lens bracket Tobirama, who made Uchiha a natural evil. Open black lens bracket wisdom Hashirama. I said, you are not allowed to say such things, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Shisui, second generation, I'm curious, why is my Uchiha born evil? Yansho Tobirama. Huh, that's all said, I don't mind talking about it. Open black lens bracket wisdom Tobirama. I actually have no prejudice against Uchiha, the enmity of killing my brother, how could I not? I am just wary of Uchiha. In fact, the Uchiha family attaches more importance to love than other clans, but love hates everything. When the Uchiha clan losing love will go to extreme hatred, including Sharingan's power also comes from lose. Tobirama. So Sharingan is the eye of the curse, because it is often accompanied by the loss of the eyes of the loved one, or greater power, and after losing love, Uchiha will become extreme, and it is easy to do wrong things, so I let Uchiha go to take charge of the guard, hoping to suppress it with the law. In addition, I have other plans, which is to prepare Uchiha to convert his personal love into a big love, but unfortunately I didn't have time to do it. Tobirama's explanation gave everyone a whole new understanding of Uchiha. No one knows that the truth is actually like this. Rumor has it that I hate Uchiha's second Hokage the most, but I thought about getting Uchiha to settle down. This is really hard to expect. Uchiha Shisui. I understand, so the will of fire is right, the village is right, the Uchiha clan is right, the real wrong is that it is for the sake of Konoha, but in fact it is for the sake of his high-level people, not Shimura Tibetan. At this moment, Shisui had an epiphany. Although he lost his eyes, he can also see the content in the chat channel on the gold list 0. But he was saddened to learn that the Uchiha clan was wiped out. And when he learned that the person doing everything was Uchiha Itachi, he was even more incomprehensible. But now, he understands. The will of fire is right, the village is right, and the one in power is wrong. It's Shimura Kuro. Open black lens bracket smart hand Tobirama. Shimura treasure. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Well, it's not the same old man who also assassinated me. I omit a rough word to accuse some of the evil deeds, to save the reader's money. Open black lens bracket Shimura Tibetan. Uchiha ran. You slander me. Everything this old man does is for the sake of the village. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Shisui. My eyes count 2. Close black lens bracket, Shimura Tibetan. Your dream god can change a person's will, such a dangerous thing, of course, cannot be in the hands of the evil Uchiha. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. You are good at both hands, then assassinate me, wouldn't you sense that I'm Uchiha? Open black lens bracket Shimura. Exactly, open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. You really don't want to face, so what if you assassinate my teacher third generation? Open black lens bracket Shimura. Hiruzen is old and rotten, and the decisions he makes are harming the interests of the village. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. All for Konoha. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Shimura. It is for Konoha. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Let Orochimaru Sakagi transplant Hashirama cells. The arm is full of Sharingan, specially used to cast Izanagi. Is it also for Konoha? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Shimura. That's right. Hey, how could he know? Zhang was cold behind his back. His biggest secret was exposed like this. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama. Hashirama cell. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Sharingan in one hand. Tanner Tobirama. Tsunade, after returning to the village, clear the door for me. I hope to see this villain in the Pure Land today. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Got it, second grandpa. Close black lens bracket. No, you have to escape. Zhang's eyes changed, and he decided to retreat with the entire Root organization. Cunning Rabbit 3 Caves, he has a secret base outside the village. He never imagined that after Uchiha Ran asked so many questions, the ultimate move was to reveal Hashirama cells and Sharingan. Looking for reasons for other things, it is difficult to handle Tobirama. Even if he sees something, he is not happy again, and for the sake of the village's face, he will also be dismissed, and he will change his arms and hand over Sharingan. Can Hashirama cells is a capital offense, and it's murder from second Hokage. Sarutobi Hazan couldn't save him either. Uchiha Ran. At second Hokage, actually Uchiha, You used the wrong method. Open black lens bracket Tobirama. Huh? 14.0, Uchiha ran. Blocking is worse than sparse. The more you have to suppress Uchiha, the more ruthless the rebound will be. If you want me to say, you should directly let Uchiha learn fraternity, then nothing will happen. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Tobirama. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama. Uchiha ran. I don't understand, love is not imprisoning, nor guiding, it should be flowing. In fact, as long as there is fraternity, there will be no problem. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. To give a simple example, Uchiha Madara shared his love with Uchiha Izuna in the first generation, so after Uchiha Izuna was killed by the second generation, no matter how angry Uchiha Madara was, there was no blacken, instead, he was with the first generation. Generation shakes hands and co-founded Konoha, do you understand? Beautiful hand Hashirama. Clear, it makes sense, according to the theories summarized by Tobirama, I am so important to Madara. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Get out. Uchiha Ran looked at Madara and Dazu who fell in love with each other and shook his head gently. He said these words, but the wisdom of the famous Uchiha still loves too little, following the extreme. So, for the safety of the ninja world, he must be fraternity. Who made him Uchiha? For the sake of peace, he sacrificed too much. Conan looked at Uchiha Ran with emotion, always feeling that he was thinking about something very shameless. Uchiha Ran. Let's talk about business, spirits and heroic spirits. I know, the points are from the world of Summoning King and the world of fate. Personal suggestion, you choose one. 1. 24% Chapter 72 Oyemu, it's not me, I eat grass. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, Summoning King World, 99. Fate World. After a chaotic interlude, no one thought that Uchiha Ran would actually answer Akatsuki Uchiha Itachi's question. But think about the fact that Uchiha Ran's parents died in the Nine Tails Rebellion. He was 3 years old at the time, and the Uchiha family was wiped out 6 years later. At the age of 9, he must not have started Sharingan, not at all. Knowing that he is from the Uchiha clan. In this case, it is completely understandable that he does not have the same hatred for Uchiha Itachi as Uchiha Sasuke. But it is now Konoha 5th Hokage, and Uchiha Itachi is Konoha Rinin. Is it really good to answer it? Doubts lingered in the crowd. But he didn't speak, even Onogi, who loves the fire, is the same. Because everyone is very curious, what is the Summoning King world and what is the Fate world? What special power do these two worlds have, compared to Fairy Tail, Shinigami and Dragon Ball world? And this question, only Uchiha Ran can answer, he really knows a lot. Above the Rain Shinobi village tower, Uchiha Madara did not rush to find the trouble of Uzumaki Nagato, looked at the gold list with his arms crossed, and also looked forward to Uchiha Ran's explanation later. Uchiha Ran. King Summoning's worldview, there are summoning people who cultivate not Zarila, nor spiritual power or chi, but witch power. Summoning people who practice witchcraft, the interest of the people was thoroughly picked up. Have curiosity about Summoning King's world, but even more curious, it was about Uchiha Ran. The image of the 5th Hokage, more and more mysterious. If the matter of Shueiji can be explained by erudition, and the theory of Wenji is based on Buddhism, then where does the clear understanding of Wenji come from? This man is full of confusion. Uchiha. Summoning people can guide themselves into a trance state of O3, and then communicate directly with gods, elves and the spirits of the dead. If they can get their approval and assistance, summoning people can use this power to cure various diseases, control politics, etc. In the human world, you can exercise the power beyond the reach of human beings at will. And the spirit body and the summoning people can become stronger together by enhancing the magic power. Sai, communicate with the gods, the spirits of the dead? Can you get the assistance of the spirit and use its abilities? If there are summoning people in our world, wouldn't they be able to summon the souls of the Pure Land and possess the power of the souls? As soon as the ability of summoning people came out, many people stopped breathing. For many people, this strange power is beyond comprehension. But for very few people, they are a little jealous or jealous. Fortunately, there are no summoning people in the ninja world, and there is no way to become a summoning person. Otherwise the ninja world will be changed to Konoha. Ono Muxin thought with affection. If ninjas can become summoning people, as far as the frequency and number of Konoha Gentenji, from Yanshu Hashirama, Tobirama, Konoha to White Fang, Namikaze Minato and so on. No need to play at all. Many people thought, if I can become a summoning person, wouldn't I be able to communicate with Sage of Six Paths and use the power of Sage of Six Paths? A group of people fell into a twist. Advertisement. At this time, Uchiha Ran continued. Uchiha Ran. The Fate worldview is more complicated, so I won't introduce it further. Open black lens bracket Onogi. Rub, 5th generation, who do you look down on? Do we lack that little traffic? Luosha. That is, it doesn't matter if it is complicated, what is needed is details. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. The world of the Summoning King is good. If I can become a summoning person, I can ask my father to fight for him. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Want to hear it? Yes. Each ninja village contributes an S-rank ninjutsu to Konoha. How about I give you a free lecture for one day? Onogi. This, 5th generation, I personally look forward to the first place in the blood succession list. The storytelling thing will be next time. 4th generation listening to stories is a child's trick. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. Who can sway 5th Hokage's decisions and thoughts, right? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Close black lens bracket a group of white prostitutes, quite a lot of requirements. If it is really popularized for you, it will become the number of words of water. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Heroic spirits are heroes who have made great achievements in the past, are left as legends after death, and have become the objects of belief. They may also not exist in reality, but they appear in myths and legends, and are born by gathering beliefs, has been freed from the shackles of time, and moved to the seat of the heroic spirit outside the world. In theory, it can live forever and can be summoned by all times, whether it is the past or the future. Uchiha Ran didn't say much to explain, but even the concept of heroic spirit made everyone tremble again. In theory, it can live forever without the existence of time. Isn't that painful enough? Eternal life, out of time, can be called in the past and the future. This world is really exciting. Orochimaru was so excited that he wanted to shudder. Immortality and immortality are exactly what he has always pursued. The second inlay is strength, lastly is knowledge. But now, Uchiha Ran told him that there is such a world where heroic spirits exist. As long as he can become a hero-like existence, or be believed in, he can become a heroic spirit and have the eternal life he most yearns for. Really heartwarming. Next, I want to analyze the possible follow-up list, and plan to be on the list. Being on the list, you may come into contact with all worlds, and you may come into contact with heroic spirits. And now it seems that second Hokage's speculation is correct. Most of the options given on the list are in the minds of those on the list, or if they are on the list in a timely manner, then if I am on the list. Maybe you can really get immortality, even if it's just the key to getting started. At this moment, Orochimaru couldn't wait to start planning, quickly kill Sarutobi Hiruzen, and then retreat. And like Orochimaru, there are many people who are shocked by the concept of heroic spirit. Wisdom Hashirama. If this old man is placed in that world, he should be able to become a heroic spirit, right? Brilliant Tobirama. The shadows of each hidden village should be fine. They're heroes to the hidden villages, but unfortunately there is no such power in the ninja world. Luosha. What a pity, what a pity. Difficult to handle. Tobirama's words made each village cage feel a kind of wrong feeling. Advertisement Zhang Zhang, who was preparing to evacuate, was even more stunned. The seed of Hokage. I must be a shadow. Hiding his heart, he decided to create a ninja village by himself. What if it can be listed in the future? Uchiha Ran. Eri is usually called by the world as a force to protect humans, but humans can also summon heroic spirits to help themselves in some way and use them as servants, but the summoned servants are not heroic spirits themselves. It's just a clone, and I want to summon the heroic spirit. I won't tell you. Close black lens bracket. Everyone. We all got our butts off. No, we all take off the butt to test. You tell us not to tell. Can't be repaired. Open black lens bracket Black Earth. 5th Hokage, isn't this a bit unkind? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Kind? In case someone is on the list in the future, and happens to be drawn to the Fate world, and can go to that world, I will hook up the method. Won't I help you become servants for nothing and get the allegiance of heroic spirits? To be kind to you is called the enemy of capital. Black soil. I took the liberty. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. No problem. Uchiha Ran. Speaking of the topic, Itachi, if you choose one, you can designate one person to become a summoning person, and when the time comes, he can become a spirit body that can summoning, lend his own power to him, and become stronger together with the other party. Uchiha Ran. If you choose the second one, you can become a heroic spirit, follow that person and fight alongside him. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. So, how do you choose? How to choose? Still need to choose? Many felt that Uchiha Ran asked a superfluous question. Definitely option 2. Once you become a heroic spirit, it is beyond time, and it is immortal. If he can be summoned, he can walk in the world of ninja and even the world. Choice 1, although it can become stronger, it is more of a tool. No matter how you look at it, it is better to choose 2 for yourself. And just after Uchiha Ran actually suggested that Uchiha Itachi choose 1. This is a 5th Hokage's attitude towards Konoha's betrayal. I choose. In the live broadcast of Jinbang, Uchiha Itachi looked forward with a blank face, but he actually gave Uchiha Ran a deep look. He realized that Uchiha Ran knew everything about himself. All of this not only refers to the fact that he exterminated Uchiha at the behest of Tibet, but also that he has long been willing to die and wants to give everything to Sasuke to help Sasuke become stronger. This was a plan that no one other than himself knew about. But Uchiha Ran, no, so suggest him to choose 1. Because becoming a heroic spirit, immortal, existing in the past and future, has no meaning to him, but is a kind of punishment. Instead, he became a spirit body. When he gave Sasuke his eyes, he could continue to accompany him in another way and continue to be his power. Advertisement open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama. Haha, smart people must choose. Orochimaru. Gia, the existence of options is what you think in your heart. 927 playing 7, the brain circuit is really different. Wisdom Tobirama. I guessed it, the people of the Uchiha family are not normal. Uchiha Izuna. Fart, I'll choose another one. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Sasuke. Itachi, you still say me, you are also a fool, close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Fugaku. Itachi, you. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Makoto. Lee, you have always been like this. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Have you given all your IQs to Uchiha Ran? Uchiha Ran. Hey, I am willing to call Madara the strongest. Dried persimmon Kisame. You don't understand, only I understand Mr. Wrong. They all know the king. Akatsuki organizes a secret base, and Kisame gave Uchiha Itachi a sentimental look. He knew that Uchiha Itachi didn't want to live forever alone, and he didn't want to be alone. Like him, Uchiha Itachi values his companions. Uchiha Itachi wanted to be able to continue teaming up with him after the fact. Sir, I will not betray your trust, Kisame said solemnly. Everyone present. Uchiha Ran. Cowhide. Uchiha Itachi glanced at the dried persimmon Kisame, his face was expressionless, and he was very emotional. This product, in the future, not only used genjutsu when inquiring about tasks, but also used genjutsu at ordinary times. Jinbang shot a ray of light. Rewards are distributed to the soul of Uchiha Itachi. Information about summoning and spirit figures, as well as skills possessed and super spirits are also poured in. Uchiha Itachi digested it and found that Uchiha Ran did not hide anything. He decisively set the summoning person to be Uchiha Sasuke, which worked after his own death. At this time, the golden list screen disappeared. Uchiha Itachi looked at Uchiha Ran and said seriously, I am willing to follow you. Just so decisive. Uchiha Ran nodded and said nothing, but looked at the sky. He was very curious who would be the first in the blood successor list. In the ninja world, countless people have the same idea. Who will be the first in the blood succession list? Oyogi. Number 1 in the blood succession list, it must be me, not me, I eat grass. In the sky, a three-dimensional image emerges. A young man who no one knows. But for sure, not Onogi. Chapter 73 The Battle of Uchiha Ran. Expose Otsutsuki Brothers. Customize. Previous chapter Next chapter advertisement in the sky, the three-dimensional image number turns. The owner of the image is a young man with pale skin and long blue-white hair, with slender willow leaf eyebrows, dressed in white clothes, with a jade pattern on his neck, and born without eyes. This is a handsome guy, but its most striking point is the eyes that look like black holes. This young man has no eyes. Onogi. How is that possible? It's not the old man? The old man has the blood to eliminate dust style, how can it not be the first on the list? Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Dust style? Is there a great wood style from Grandpa First Hokage? Close black lens bracket. Naruto, who already knows the world of first generation wood style, said that he is already a cultural person. Uchiha Ran. Naruto, wood style is really strong, but in a way it can't compare to dust style, you are caught in a misunderstanding. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Ah, Ran Nissan, what does the misunderstanding mean? Uchiha Ran. It's not that first Hokage has wood style and become the god of ninjas, but because the person who uses wood style is first Hokage, everyone thinks wood style is a powerful SWAT. Yansho Hashirama. Ahaha, Ranboy, you are very good at talking, you make me feel embarrassed, ha ha ha. Tsunade. Grandfather, you see Ran-kun seems to be very knowledgeable and calm, he has a great mouth. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Sister, do you know that? Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Tsunade. Humph, kidnapped Shizune who had been with me for almost 20 years and lied to me, isn't that great? Uchiha Ran. Sigh, cough, at Luo Sho Hashirama, Shodai, I don't mean to owe you, but to explain a fact to Naruto, in fact, second generation's purpose water is also very powerful, far more powerful than Mizuka Jinwuyan village, this says it all. Uchiha Ran doesn't have the habit of blowing others, and if he wants to blow it, he blows himself. The facts he stated. Good steel is also used on the blade. If you compare it horizontally, the Blood Legion boundary must have some advantages over the single attribute chakra, but it is the Blood Legion boundary that comes from the fusion of the two attributes. No one is ahead of the other, but the difficult Hashirama itself is the chakra. Chadunra. Ashura is reincarnated with the power of Yongdao, and at the same time Master Sage Jutsu, so powerful. This can be seen from the destruction of Rhyme that Naruto and Sasuke show after the end of the Four Wars. Assuming that what Huisho Hashirama has is not the wooden way, but the pass, lava style, it can still be strong to no end. To say that wood style is strong, in fact, this attribute can maximize the advantages of Yangtang, complement each other, and be full of vitality. The same as the reincarnation of Ashura, Naruto is Luobianwan to play well, if you play wood style, it is estimated to be average. Open black lens bracket wisdom Tobirama. If you can talk, talk more. The Mizukage rolled their eyes. Your difficult family is unreasonable. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara, Shinshen. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato. Yes, ninjutsu, shueiji, etc. are indeed strong, but the strong ones really see themselves. Uchiha Madara of Uchiha Madara, and other Uchihas, can they be the same thing? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Hey, if you can talk, just say more. Open black lens bracket Tobirama. Close black lens bracket Madara is really an old double standard dog. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. Ah, Dad, I don't understand it very well, shakes head. Namikaze Minato. For example, although the technique of flying Thor is created by Fire Eye of the second generation, I can play well without your father. The special police is the name. How can flying Thor have a flashy super wheel dance and roar? 1. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. I see, beautiful hand Tobarama. You guys are really natural. Onogi. So, aren't we talking about my dust style? Why are you guys going so far? As the time goes, advertisement more and more people are speaking on the gold list. The SWAT police are the shadows and the Jonins who have no limit on the number of speeches. As they chatted, the style of painting began to change. Sure enough, no matter which world, sand sculpture Nezans are more happy. Uchiha Ran complained in his heart, however, on the surface, he has always been calm. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Third Tsuchikage, you are not on the list now, there are only 2 possibilities. Open black lens bracket Onogi. 5th Hokage no. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. The first possibility is this blood follower list, the blood follower limit list, close black lens bracket. Onogi. Understood. In fact, it wasn't just Onogi. When Uchiha Ran said this, everyone who knew about Zetsu responded. Zuotong is not a blood successive limit, but a blood successive elimination that integrates the 3 attributes of wind, fire, and earth, and transcends the blood successive limit. The only one in the ninja world. In fact, it's not just Oyemu himself. When the rhyme of the blood following the list appeared, everyone thought that he would be the first. Because the elimination of Shueiji is a dimensionality reduction blow to the boundary of Shueiji. In the case of the same level, whether it is Mangekyo Sharingan or the physique of the second hand or the limit of the blood of the wood style, the police at the level will be crushed. I have to say again here, even if there is a difference, it does not mean that it is stronger. Anagasato is very strong, but he is a younger brother in front of Uchiha Madara. But Onogi definitely has the strength to sweep the Uchiha clan. Of course, Reincarnation Eye and Immortal Human Body will definitely beat Dust Style again, even if the latter is eliminated by blood. This is also a dimensionality reduction attack, and now, Onogi is not on the list. Then Uchiha Ran's guess should be the correct answer. But he seems to have a second guess. Just when Onogi wanted to ask questions, the 3-dimensional influence in the sky turned into a streamer and shot into the golden list, coming after the ranking name. Immediately afterwards, the identity of the lister and the information of the blood follower appeared. Rank 1. Otsutsuki Sharon, Otsutsuki physique top level, white-eyed intermediate to be asked. Reward options. 1. A pair of top white eyes. 2. 1 intermediate draw. This moment, the ninja world is quiet, followed, burst. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara, Otsutsuki. It seems that the white eye is really comparable to the Sharingan, so maybe it is comparable to the reincarnation eye. Open black lens bracket Japanese Hiyashi. It seems that what 5th Hokage said is all correct. Open black lens bracket Wisdom Tobarama. The Otsutsuki clan still survives in the ninja world, and their physique has developed to the top at such a young age, but what do you mean by the middle-level white eyes waiting for fusion? Open black lens bracket Beautiful Hand Hashirama. Tobarama. You can't even guess, who else can you ask? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Ah, spicy hot pot Tobarama, it's time to add Uchiha Ran. Wisdom Tobarama. Look at you, Ran now has the Uzumaki physique. It seems that the wisdom physique to be stimulated has also been stimulated. Advertisement open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Go, Uchiha Ran personally certified by the golden list, grab a dir, close black lens bracket. Gold list tip. Since Uchiha Ran has 2 bloodlines and is on the list, he will be given a chance to change his name. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Open black lens bracket Wei Sho Hashirama. Ha ha ha, Madara is hot, Jinbang will hit you in the face. Smart hand Tobarama. At Uchiha Ran, change your name, I will give you Shao Shu Peigong, and you will be able to make the first day of the ninja world and revitalize the rough hand. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Ah, this, ahem, if it's for the family. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Hey, second generation is using a beauty trick on me. Uchiha Ran's heart skipped a beat. Who doesn't love a big heart like Tsunade? Not love is not a man, age doesn't matter, in a few decades, Tsunade will still be in his 20s. What's more, if you really want to count his age, he is actually not too young if he counts his previous life. And if you can reach the 6 pads level and become a 10 tails Jinchuriki, it is not a problem to live a few can years. Most importantly, the gold list. If the lottery in the future involves the fantasy world of cultivating immortals, immortality and eternal youth are just trivial. But, Uchiha Ran, second generation is joking, although I don't know who the parents are, but it is definitely the Uchiha family. Uchiha Ran said that his rejection was definitely not because of the slightly resentful eyes of Konan next to him. He, Uchiha Ran, spoke for Uchiha fraternity, he is a real Uchiha. His dream is to give every girl who lacks warmth an image. Open black lens bracket Wei Sho Hashirama. Don't forget your roots, yes, you should be alarmed about changing your name, Tobarama. Open black lens bracket Wei Sho Tobarama, big brother. Okay, Orochimaru. So little junior brother, what is the situation with this squinting question? Orochimaru firmly believed that Uchiha Ran knew. Because the latter also has an overhand physique to be stimulated. Absolutely the same situation. But before Uchiha Ran could answer, its snake pupil shrank, and then its tongue instinctively stretched out and washed its face. But no one at the scene noticed what was wrong with fourth cage. Because everyone was attracted by the pictures presented in the live broadcast room. In the eye, it is Otsutsuki Shurin. Behind it is a huge castle. Behind the castle, it was pitch black, and only one planet was suspended. That planet, unlike the moon at all, is azure blue and very large. In the ninja world, is there still such a place? Advertisement? One of the 3 holy places. Mount Myoboku. The great toad sage, who was dozing with his eyes closed, moved his fingers. Sure enough, he is a descendant of Hamura. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. The place where Otsutsuki Shurin is located is a bit strange. I have never seen it in the ninja world. Does anyone know where it is? Toad Maru. On the moon. Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. Hey, it was. What, on the moon? Jiraiya. Which toad are you, Mount Myoboku? This joke is not funny at all. Open black lens bracket Toad Maru. Believe it or not, Toad Maru doesn't intend to say that he is the great toad sage. For the time being, he still wants to dive. Toad Maru, whose real name is about to be forgotten, is regarded as a trumpet. Anyway, the entire Mount Myoboku, including Fukasaku and Shima, do not know him. S real name. Open black lens bracket Wisdom Hashirama. Ha ha ha, this little toad is quite temperamental. Toad Maru's old face twitched, almost revealing his identity directly. Little toad? Otsutsuki Hagoromo wouldn't call him that either. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. What is there to guess? Ask directly, Nuolai Jiao. At Otsutsuki Shurin, are you on the moon? 2. Sao are you Sao? Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Shurin. That's right, close black lens bracket. Really answered, and it's an affirmative answer. Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. How is it possible? Eradicate my research. It is impossible for people to survive on the moon, and how do you get to the moon? As expected of a ninja scientist, he knows a lot. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Shurin. A rotten mortal, your eyes are narrow and cannot see the real world. Otsutsuki Shurin. But you don't need to broaden your horizons. After all, it won't be long before I follow the will of my ancestors and destroy this failed world created by Sage of Six Paths, and you will also perish. Destroy, not destroy. What Otsutsuki Shurin has to do is actually to clean up all living beings. But this is a meaning to everyone in the ninja world. They were all shocked by Otsutsuki's declaration. This guy actually wants to destroy the world. What are you kidding? But Uchiha Ran took it seriously, because he knew that Otsutsuki Shurin would definitely follow his words, and he could do it very quickly. If he chooses one, it shouldn't take long for him to have Tenseigan. It really won't be long before the world can be wiped out. But I won't give you this chance. 99 Uchiha Ran's eyes narrowed. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran angry face Otsutsuki Hagoromo at Otsutsuki Hamura, Sage of Six Paths and the immortal brother, the 2 policemen have dived. Come and wake up your descendants who misunderstood the meaning of the ancestors. 1. Chapter 74 The Giant Tenseiga shocked the world of ninja. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, Otsutsuki Hagoromo, Otsutsuki Hamura? Is that the name of Sage of Six Paths and the immortal brother? Seeing Uchiha Ran's speech, doubts arose in everyone's heart, and thoughtfully bound Otsutsuki Hamura with the fixed title of the immortal's younger brother. Everyone felt incredible. Can Sage of Six Paths and the immortal brother also contact Jinbang? But in an instant, everyone reacted again. The Golden List can connect the Pure Land in the present world, so no matter whether Sage of Six Paths and the immortal's brother die or alive or dead, they can indeed connect to the list to speak. What these people don't know is that, except for some special police officers, who have good luck, in fact, after death, normal people do not go to the Pure Land to sleep, but enter reincarnation. And it is different from Indra and Ashura who are escorted by Sage of Six Paths and can be reborn in the descendant group, which is a real random rebirth. These days, turning around in reincarnation also has to fight my father. Uchiha Ran, I have observed you for a long time, you are indeed very skilled. This time, I don't know where you got the name of the ancestor Yumura, but it's useless to pretend. I can tell you with certainty that the ancestor Yumura has long since left the ninja world. I didn't know where the ancestor who disappeared went to before, but I found out through the Golden List that he must have gone to another world. I will follow in his footsteps in the future, but before that, I will clean up the failed world created by the Sage of Six Paths according to the will of my ancestors. 19. In the Jinbang live broadcast room, a strange flush and persistence appeared on Otsutsuki's face. When talking about Hamura, his tone was full of piety. But when it comes to the ninja world, his murderous aura makes people tremble. And his words also revealed a huge message of rhyme. First, he seems to be a master of some kind of means to observe the ninja world, and he has paid special attention to Uchiha Ran and is no stranger to him. Second, the ancestor of the Otsutsuki clan is indeed the younger brother of Sage of Six Paths, and the name is also, as Uchiha Ran said, called Otsutsuki Hamura, so the Japanese clan is very likely to be one of the descendants of his younger brother of Sage of Six Paths. Third, the Otsutsuki clan who live on the moon seem to have a mission to destroy, actually clean up, the ninja world. This made everyone unhappy. Are you taking yourself too seriously? Extraordinarily. Observe me. A flash of light flashed and Uchiha Ran's flooded jet-black pupils. He knew that Uchiha Sharon didn't talk big. Observing the ninja world is something that the Otsutsuki clan on the moon have been doing all the time. It can be done easily with the huge Tenseigan, and the effect is like a high-definition satellite, which can easily capture the situation on the surface of the Earth. Fortunately, light travels in a straight line, and there is a certain distance between the moon and Earth 927. With the huge Tenseigan, he can only see the surface, but cannot see through the house. But even if he could see through, he wouldn't be afraid. The perspective of Tenseigan is similar to that of the white eye, and it is said that the image point is a thermal imager. In the village of Konoha, there are the Hihiro clan, the Yamanaka clan, and Sarutobi Hazan, an old yin force who uses the technique of binoculars to observe the existence every day. He has long set up a special police isolation barrier in his residence. However, he knew that it did not mean that the police also believed it. And he likes the police and believes it. Thinking of this, a sly look flashed in his eyes. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Observe me. The distance between the moon and the ninja world is farther than the distance between the land of wind and the land of water. How can you possibly see it? Uchiha Ran's rightful rebuttal. The others nodded. You question me? Then I'll let you give up. In the Jinbang live broadcast room, Otsutsuki Shuren suddenly turned around and walked towards one side. Soon, everyone saw a floating island behind the castle, which was suspended in the sky. On the island, he erected a temple. Advertisement. Ancestors, descendants, Otsutsuki, sacrificing people. Otsutsuki Shuren quickly came to the front of the temple and paid homage very respectfully. After a set of procedures, he continued to enter the temple. The screen switched instantly, and everyone saw the situation in the temple. Magnificent and beautiful. But these are not important. Everyone's attention was attracted by the huge golden light ball in the center of the hall. So beautiful. Still holy. What's this? This thing is called Tensei. Otsutsuki came to the light ball not far away, and answered the doubts in the hearts of everyone. But then, even bigger doubts came. Twilight, what is it? But most smart people guessed the answer. The end of the hands in Uchiha is the reincarnation eye of the immortal human body and the immortal eye. Then the focus of the Otsutsuki clan and the Japanese clan is the immortal human body and Tenseigan. Reincarnation is also determined to be equivalent. Twilight eyes. At the top of the tallest tower in Rain Shinobi village, Uchiha Madara looked at the huge Tenseigan, and his heart was inevitably moved, and his eyes were a little bit more greedy. He personally opened the eye of reincarnation. He knew how powerful this eye was. Then the Tenseigan, which is at the same level as the Samsara eye, will not be weak after thinking about it. If it was in the past, he would be interested in Tenseigan, but he would not be so excited, because he owns the eye of reincarnation, and he firmly believes that he is the strongest. But now, his reincarnation eye has been used by Uzumaki Nagato to sacrifice to the sky in exchange for the immortal human body, and he can't grab the latter. Then if you get the Tensei, isn't it just right? Uchiha Madara's eyes gradually became hot, but at this time, Otsutsuki Sharon didn't tell the science how Tenseisan came from. He wasn't that stupid. He controlled Tenseisan and began to show the situation in the world of ninja. The first picture is in the land of rain, the Uchiha trio. The time lasts 5 seconds. Switch. The second picture becomes Konoha, the largest arena, high platform. Naruto waved his hand in the sky, and was surprised to find that the Tenseigan screen displayed in the Jinbang live broadcast room was also synchronized. Another 5 seconds, the screen switches. Next. Cloud Shinobi Village, Iwagakure, Sanagakure, Jiin Village. There is no shortage of hidden villages in each of the 5 major countries present. Wisdom Hashirama. Madara, is the picture you presented with your Tenseigan real? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Really? Open black lens bracket Hisabori Sarutobi. Really? Open black lens bracket 4th generation eye. Really? Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. Really? Onogi. Really? The effect of Tenseisan was confirmed through the live broadcast room, and all the live broadcasters were hammered. Everyone's expressions turned ugly. Even this kind of thing can be done. Advertisement. The name Otsutsuki Hamura is clearly no longer in question. So Otsutsuki Shuren really has the power to destroy the ninja world? For a time, countless people felt cold all over their bodies. And Otsutsuki Shuren seemed to know what everyone was thinking. The corners of his mouth curled up. He stretched out his hand and laughed. Ancestor Yumura is the younger brother of Sage of Six Paths Yuya. The ancestors and Sage of Six Paths went their separate ways after the war ended in the rough years ago, because of different ideas, and the ancestors chose to move their clan to the moon, leaving only one of them on the earth, which is now the Japanese clan of Konoha village, 93. Before Hanamura's ancestors left, he left a last note saying that if the world created by Sage of Six Paths is immortal and remains unchanged for more than a difficult year, it means that the decision of Sage of Six Paths is a failure and should be eliminated with Tenseigan. Otsutsuki divided your own opinion, and thus completely destroyed the peace-minded sect at the time. Unfortunately, I'm the only one left in the Moon Otsutsuki clan, and I was born without eyes, so I couldn't directly activate the giant Tenseisan, so I haven't acted. Originally, my plan was to wait until I developed my physique to the limit, return to Earth to get a pair of white eyes, and evolve them into Tenseigans before acting. But now, there is no need for such trouble. Otsutsuki Shuren asked the truth, without reservation. In his opinion, he is already invincible, and his words made everyone feel that their brains were not enough. No one expected that everyone beating to death would be a drama in the eyes of the police. And this scene will also make the other party decide to understand the world. Originally, Otsutsuki Shuren didn't seem to be able to do it because he had no eyes. But now, everyone looks at the gold list option. They already knew what Otsutsuki Shuren would choose. It must be a white eye or a top white eye, so, before long, the world will be destroyed. Open black lens bracket black Zetsu. Junior, with Madara-sama around, you dare to say that you will destroy the ninja world? Close black lens bracket. Black Zetsu was angry, but more panicked. Of course, he knew that Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura, Adia, lived in the ninja world in the moon, the former guarding against possible crises, and the latter being guarding and accompanying his mother. Just because he knew that those white eyes on the moon could not be solved, he continued to plan hard, and wanted to let Otsutsuki Kaguya be reborn by means of the eyes of the moon. But I don't know which link went wrong. This Otsutsuki Shuren actually wants to destroy the ninja world. So how does he resurrect his mother? This is absolutely not allowed to happen. Now, all I can do is get Madara to kill Otsutsuki. I know where the legend of going to the moon is, and it seems that I have to find a chance to reveal it to Madara. While this may make Madara know more and make things a little more uncontrollable, it's better than having no hope at all. 11. Black Zetsu made plans in his heart. Lord Madara? Ah, I heard my father say that Uchiha Madara is very good, and I followed him for decades. I also know that Uchiha Madara has opened the eyes of reincarnation, but he still has not escaped the fate of old age and death. Even if he has been reincarnated and resurrected, and he can use the eye of reincarnation, his strength will not be stronger than before. I may not be his opponent before today, but after today, he has been ignored by me. Otsutsuki Shuren raised his hands and his tone was open. If it was before, the General Assembly felt that this young man was a frog at the bottom of the well, and he didn't know what to say. After the blood, wood expulsion ranks first, but not the strength wood expulsion ranks first. But now, people don't think so. But Uchiha Madara, who was the client, was very upset. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Junior, don't be too arrogant. Back then, I developed Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan to the extreme. After gaining the power of Hashirama, I also used Shao to open the reincarnation eye for decades. The time to develop into Tenseigan will not be short. Uchiha ran. Now that Jinbang has come into the world, with the power of another world, as long as someone grows up before you have a reincarnated eye, you will lose. At the critical moment, it was Shira of the ninja world who gave the person he was with a shot in the arm. Yeah, they still have the gold list. Advertisement. If there is no golden list, when Otsutsuki Shuren sneaks to Konoha to grab a pair of white eyes, one day he will open his Tenseigan. These people may not even know what happened, and they will be gone. But now, at least there is a chance to resist. But what these people don't know is that what Uchiha Madara thinks is that Shuren said that when Otsutsuki Hamura took his family to the moon, then there should be a special passage to the moon in the ninja world. As long as he dares to feel in front of Shirain's reincarnation, what will it be? It's all his. Ah. However, what responded to everyone was Otsutsuki's disdainful laughter. Uchiha Madara, you are still a little ignorant after all. You and I are both descendants of the Otsutsuki clan, only belonging to the ancestors of Sage of Six Paths and Hamura. But unlike Uchiha, who inherited the yin and yang of Sage of Six Paths, my clan inherited both, but I am an exception. Fairy eyes, the essence is the extreme of the vagina. The immortal human body is the pinnacle of the Yang Dao. Your Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan pupil power is just developing the vagina to the extreme of mortals, which is equivalent to my current Otsutsuki physique, which is developing the yang to the positive pole, just like your old rival Hashirama. It's just that in those days, Master Hashirama of Wisdom was playing Sage mode, and he could reach the level of an immortal body for a short period of time. It was to disguise the immortal body, so he kept pressing you on the head, and it was really amazing. And you, with the help of the Yang Tong power of the wise hand Hashirama's strong camp, stimulate the vagina to break through, and have the eye of reincarnation. But you don't have an immortal human body after all, and even your physique is far away from the immortal human body, so you have continued to use it for so long. As for me, I have a top-level Otsutsuki physique. As long as I get top-level white eyes, plus the power of yin evasion that has been accumulating for a long time, I can open my Tenseigan and have an immortal body at the same time. No more than 3 months at most. Having yin and yang Dao at the same time, this is not 1 + 1 = 2, but 10 × 10 becomes 100, or even more. By then, no one can stop me. Your life has entered the countdown. Otsutsuki's words made everyone's heart sink completely. Kabuto turned around, and they finally understood what the staring eyes meant. It turned out to be a vaginal force accumulating baby. Then Uchiha Ran's difficult physique needs to be stimulated, and it must be a certain amount of yang-style chara from Ji Ying. It seems that Uchiha Ran does know a lot. Even Uchiha Madara didn't know about yin-yang tong and started planning early. If Uchiha Ran is given time, maybe he can have reincarnation eyes and a fairy body? 3 months? There is a chance, but it feels slim. The ninja world has entered a dead end. Uchiha Ran frowned slightly. Otsutsuki gave up the threat of others, but he was not afraid. Your top-level white eyes plus top-level Otsutsuki physique. I am also a top Sharingan and a top smart hand physique with the Uzumaki family ability version. It's hard to say who is faster and who is slower. Moreover, after just round the temptation, he can be sure that Otsutsuki is jealous of him. The reason, it can only be because he likes his own Hinata. He remembered that Shuren had come to Earth with his father when he was a child, and had meted Hinata in a way unique to the Otsutsuki clan. He thought she was cute and chose her as his wife. It doesn't seem to have changed now. Otsutsuki Shuren really wants to destroy the world, but before that, he has to bring his other half and other species to the reincarnation, to sleep until the ninja world is destroyed, and then use the Tenseigan to regain the Earth's environment, and then be the new ancestor of mankind. Similar to Noah's Ark. You pretend to be so forceful, but you don't know that I know you like the back of the hand, and the way to deal with you is even more ugly. But now I don't feel like going to the moon to do something. First hit mentally, its interest. 93 open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. At Otsutsuki Hagoromo. The ninja world you created will not be known at Otsutsuki Hamura. Your last words have been resolved. The police pretended to be asleep. Don't you plan to say it? Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. One at this moment, the ninja world exploded again. Sage of Six Paths and the Immortal Brother, it's actually there. Chapter 75 Otsutsuki Hagoromo, Black Zetsu, Madara is stunned, Part 1. Previous chapter. Next chapter advertisement. Open black lens bracket Killer B. Ming is the living sage of Six Paths and the Immortal Brother. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo, Zauba, your Jinchuriki is very interesting. Open black lens bracket Yuki, old man, it's really you. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo, awakened by Jinbang. Yang Nine Tails. I just said the old man is fine, come and save me. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo, Kurama, lend him your power. Yang Nine Tails. What? Why? Wait a minute, old man, could it be? Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Open black lens bracket Yang Nine Tails. Cut it, let's do it. Sage of Six Paths debuted, and his temperament was very stable. Everyone wonders what riddles he and Nine Tails are playing, but no one asks. Difficulty Hashirama. Immortal and his younger brother are also there. Please persuade your descendants, he will destroy the ninja world. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. Call me Senran Hamura. Being called Immortal's younger brother, always feels like being scolded. Rao was his energy-raising effort in his rough years, and he couldn't stand it. However, since it was the younger nephew who turned around, he didn't care. Advertisement 927, Otsutsuki Sharon, Ancestor. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. Are you Fen or clan? Otsutsuki Sharon. Ancestor. I am the last person to be divided. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. The last person to be divided? When I saw the current scene of the moon from the live broadcast room of Jinbang, I realized that the situation was not right. How could Kezong inherit my philosophy, so how could he be so dead to the division? Close black lens bracket. Otsutsuki Sharon. Ancestor, I am the only one left on the moon. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. What, Pure Land? Otsutsuki Hamura's expression darkened. Back then, he took most of Otsutsuki Hamura to the moon, both to accompany and watch over his mother Otsutsuki Kaguya, to prevent her from continuing to control 10 tails to make infinite Tsukuyomi in order to improve her strength. But as time passed, it was discovered that his mother was immortal and that he and Otsutsuki Hagoromo had an end in life unless they devoured the chakra fruit. But there is only one chara fruit, and the 10 tails empty shell, Gedo statue, is sealed in the moon, and chara has been divided into 9 tails beasts by the big idea. Sutsuki Yui and given life, it is not necessary to collect them again. Reality. It was at this time that he received a letter from Otsutsuki Hagoromo, speaking of the diligence of the ninja sect. His eldest nephew, Indra, and his younger nephew, Ashura, clashed over the position of leader. After Indra opened 3 Tomo Sharingan, the character began to become more and more indifferent. Until Indra died, Otsutsuki Hagoromo sensed something unusual and realized that there was a black hand behind everything. For this black hand, Otsutsuki Hagoromo has 3 guesses. One is the tribal people that Otsutsuki Kaguya once mentioned, who have always been afraid, but they didn't believe it and thought it was an excuse. The second is what Otsutsuki Kaguya left behind before being sealed. The third is the summoning beasts who practice sage jutsu in the 3 holy places. Advertisement, and in either case, they are difficult to solve in the limited lifespan of Vice Admiral. So after the two negotiated, they opened up a special space in the pure land of this world and the transit station of reincarnation. They don't care about ordinary souls, but the souls of most ninjas. They will also lead them to the pure land temporarily in the way of chara. However, this does not include the Otsutsuki clan in the moon, who are really dead when they die. Before entering the pure land, he handed over the care of Kaguya to the descendants, and at the same time asked them to pay attention to the world of shinobi. His original intention was to find the hidden black hand with the help of Tenseigan. But now it seems that there is a problem in some link. Could it be that the black hand hooked his own descendants? Why did the family still exist on that day? What's going on? Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. What's going on? Don't have anything to hide, tell me all about it. Yes, ancestor. Otsutsuki's reverence for Hamura was clearly deep in his bones, and he didn't dare to hide it at all, so he said that after Himura's death, Munakata and the detachment were completely divided into two factions because of their different understandings and interpretations of his last words. Say it. In the end, he revealed that he believed that the war and rough years of the world created by Sage of Six Paths should be eliminated, so he used the power of the whole family to contribute his own white eyes, and merged into one to form a huge Tenseigan. The members of the Otsutsuki sect who advocated peace at the time were annihilated. So there are two huge reincarnation eyes on the moon. One is the golden Tensei and that Otsutsuki Hamura left behind, in between turns. One is a giant purple Tensei that Otsutsuki shares with you. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. He didn't know how to evaluate it anymore. Advertisement. Do these descendants have no brains? Because of differences in the interpretation of a last word, they ended up splitting into two rows of rivalry, wondering if only the next person survived, or he was blind. Open black lens bracket Hiyashi. Hey, the relatives of the moon, all of them are wolves. Japanese Hizashi. The entire team contributed all the rhythm of white eyes and great Tenseigan, just to win. I took it. Hyuga Neji. Father, look at the human body and look at us. Open black lens bracket Hyuga key times. Caged bird is to protect the white eyes, what's wrong? Nika. I am a sub-member, and I also feel that caged bird does more harm than good. Hyuga Neji. I think you have been sitting down for a long time, and you don't even dare to resist fate. Seeing this guy, Uchiha Ran couldn't help but spray. The power of Naruto's mouth escape is indeed a little fierce. Neji, who talks about destiny all day, has now become a pioneer of anti-destiny. Open black lens bracket Ri Hizashi. Neji, caged bird does protect Baian. SWAT is now. Jinbang revealed the real way of opening Baian. In the era when Uchiha is almost extinct, it will definitely be targeted. Hizashi guessed right. White eyes, the entrance ticket to Tenseigan, the ultimate stepping stone to the vagina. There are already many people in the ninja world who are jealous, and are even making up their minds. Chapter 75 Otsutsuki Hagoromo, Black Zetsu, Madara is stunned. Part 2, Customize. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Uchiha Ran. Caged bird itself is not a problem, the problem lies in Master Cursemark. Some elders of Caged Bird have to think that they are superior to others, and make you a member of the Japanese police team. Uchiha Ran's words instantly spoke to the hearts of countless members of the Japanese police unit. Indeed, the reason why they acquiesced in not resisting was for the sake of the family, for the sake of passing on the blind eye, and for the safety of future generations. In the final analysis, it was the elders who mastered the spell and seal art, and gradually tilted their buttocks, treating them as a dog chain. If it's not resistance, it's a death. I don't know how many people want to rebel. To be honest, most people felt relieved when they heard the wolf slaughtering method of the members of the Moon Sang Squad. Open black lens bracket Nichigo Wendy, 5th generation, as Hokage, are you meddling in the internal affairs of my Japanese clan? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. The village has village rules, I will not go beyond it, but freedom of speech, understand? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Richio Wendy. 5th generation's rules are just fine. At Rihiyashi, Miss Hinata's caged bird cage level has been delayed long enough. It's time to go down. Let's know that my clan is treated equally, even if the patriarch the daughter is no exception. This old guy is courting death. A flash of killing intent flashed in Uchiha Ran's eyes. Those who move him on purpose. Well, this Nigo Wendy seems to be in touch with someone. Offensive alliance? When the golden list comes to an end, it is the day when you end. No, let's get to the bottom of it first. Uchiha Ran. At Rihiyashi, the Lord of Ryu, I heard you tell me last time, didn't you want to hand over the position of the patriarch? I think Elder Higa Wendy is good. Open black lens bracket Hiyashi. I did decide to abdicate. Now, it seems that it would be better for you to succeed you, Elder Wendy of Higa? Advertisement. Seeing these two messages, Japanese Wendy burst out laughing. Uchiha Ran, are you finally anxious to hear that Hinata is about to be cursed? This is a conspiracy. As a Konoha ninja or Hokage, you must not interfere in family affairs. 22. Chian ass is poor, implying that Hiyashi renounces his interests. Late, at such a time, do you know that you are coming to please me? Hiyashi, I want you to lose your position as patriarch and lose your daughter. Uchiha Ran, I want you to regret it for the rest of your life. Rishiang Wendy. If the patriarch graciously agrees, the old man is naturally willing to shoulder this burden, and everyone can be a witness here. Open black lens bracket Japanese Hiyashi. I agree, do the other elders disagree? All day to vote for Elder Zong. In the end, Ryu Wendy succeeded. Under the witness of the whole ninja world, the Rishiang family completed the change of the patriarch. Japanese Wendy laughed in the mansion, and his long-cherished wish for many years was fulfilled. But the next moment, his laughter stopped abruptly. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. I heard that the elder Wendy of Rishiang should be strong. The youngest son and grandson are the same age, and they are both just 3 years old. I am temporarily taking the position of Hokage. When the time comes, I will come to watch the ceremony when I am busy. To watch? Puff. Japanese Wendy spat out a mouthful of blood again. It turned out that Uchiha Ran was waiting for him at this place. He was actually staring at his 3-year-old son. Advertisement. The point is that he can't refute it at all. He was the one who just said that the clan chief should lead by example. Now that he has just become the clan chief, it is absolutely impossible for him to change the order and slap himself in the face. And his eldest son is almost 30 years old, and he will never agree to be engraved with caged bird, only the youngest son. It is impossible to delay. The reason for Hiashi's delay is that Hinata is not talented enough and wants to see who of the two daughters is more suitable to be the patriarch. And at that time, Uchiha Ran was still the best student of Sarutobi Hizen, and in the future, the 5th generation, Hinata and his friendship, were very happy to see it. It's just that now Uchiha Ran and Sarubi Hizan are at odds, which has led to them being at odds too. Puff. The more he thought about it, the more angry he became. Japanese Wendy vomited blood again, and then Wall Li fainted. The last thought before losing consciousness was hate. So you were waiting for me here, Uchiha Ran, you are so hateful. Hinata, I'm not going to make her feel better. No one knew about the situation of Japanese Wendy, but seeing him speak suddenly, it must be not good. Countless people sneered at it. Some people also lamented Uchiha Ran's black belly. The cloud brought by Otsutsuki Shuren almost dissipated as a result. But no one bothered him. After all, human beings have the power to destroy the world. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. You can choose one, but don't think about destroying the world. What is going on? I will tell you personally when the time is right. Quote. Yes, ancestor. In the live broadcast room of the Jinbang, Otsutsuki responded respectfully, completely unable to see that he was arrogantly trying to destroy the ninja world. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Wait a minute. Quote. Advertisement. Just when Otsutsuki Shiren was about to make a decision, Otsutsuki Hagoromo was suddenly interrupted. What's your order? Otsutsuki asked with his eyes closed. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Look at Uchiha Madara's side with the tensai eye again. Closing parenthesis. Yes, Otsutsuki Shiren didn't know what Sage of Six Paths was going to do, but he did as he was told. The next moment, the situation on the side of the highest tower of Rain Shinobi Village appeared in front of everyone. Ju, Madara, Obito, clear rhyme now in front of the camera. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo, because. Uchiha Madara, who is that black and white beside you, close black lens bracket. Madara glanced at it, not understanding what Sage of Six Paths was asking, but chose to answer anyway. Uchiha Madara. After I summoned Gedo statue, I created the will with the eye of reincarnation. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. Your will to create? Impossible, I can't do it with yin yang. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. You can't do it, it doesn't mean I can't do it. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Tobarama. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama. All ninja world. Uchiha Madara's mouth twitched. Immediately after he realized something, he suddenly looked at Ju. Who the hell are you? Chapter 76 The name of the ancestor of Chara. The blood succession list is not over yet. Please customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement self-confidence to the point of being conceited as Uchiha Madara's character, but that doesn't mean he doesn't know the sky is the limit. Back in the days when there used to be Hashirama, he was rubbed on the ground and he was the second child of 10,000 years. Rebut Otsutsuki Hagoromo, just instinct, but as soon as the words were finished, Rao was in the state of reincarnation of rice soil, and there was also a cool air rhyme on his back, which seemed to be the fear from the depths of his soul. Previously, Otsutsuki's words mocked him. Although he was angry, he also listened carefully. After all, it was the inheritance of knowledge from rough years ago. He remembered the two words extreme vaginal and anotic. Immortal eyes and immortal body not asked about the yin and yang ability that he could have, and he silently put it in his heart. And now, the person who speaks is Otsutsuki Hagoromo, who created the ninja sect, known as the ancestor of ninjas, and also created the Sage of Six Paths of the Nine-Tailed Beasts. He said he could not create the will body, so he Uchiha Madara, can he? Because of his confidence, and because Black Zetsu did everything he wanted, he had never had any doubts before. But now, he realizes that things are not that simple. Universal pull. Almost as soon as he reacted, Uchiha Madara raised his hand towards Black Zetsu. He wants to grab this suspicious thing in his hand and ask it carefully with his samsara eyes. But the next moment, Uchiha Madara's pupils shrank. Can't start? Wait. This feeling is. You put a control spell in the 930 I summon me sacrifice? The expression on Uchiha Madara's face became extremely ugly. He lost control of his body. It's not the kind of restriction that comes from within the body, he's familiar with it. Because he used it on Nohara Rin, and also on Uchiha Obito. Unexpectedly, Ju actually arranged this move in the sacrifice that summoned him, which just shows that he really has a problem. That's right. I placed a control spell. Black and white Zetsu left the ground, then suddenly split in two. Immediately following, Black Zetsu hooked his hand with absolute speed, instantly obliterating white Zetsu. After doing all this, it sneered and said indifferently. Indra had the identity of the eldest brother back then, and his strength has always been far ahead of his younger brother Ashura, but later he was surpassed and robbed of the position of the ninja sect master, and he was paranoid in his heart. Very good. Cheat. But you, Uchiha Madara, are different. You have always been crushed by Hashirama. You are not a real brother, but you have a brother. After all, something is different. How can I not guard against you? Unfortunately, I don't know that there is a solution to reincarnation, otherwise it will not restrict you, but control you. Madala, you think you are in control of everything, but in fact you are just my pawn. Unfortunately, the Jinbang exposed everything, and the two unfilial sons Yuya and Yumura also linked to the Jinbang. Failed to do so, but I won't give up. 99, we will have an appointment later. Advertisement. The voice fell, and Black Zetsu's figure began to disillusion. As early as when Otsutsuki spy on Rain Shinobi village with Tensei eyes for the first time and broadcast the situation on Uchiha Madara's side to the whole shinobi world with the gold list, he sounded the alarm bell in his heart and began to take precautions. I thought I had escaped, but I didn't expect to be discovered and exposed by Otsutsuki Hagoromo, damn its brother. This unworthy son is simply damn it, but that's okay. It has been lurking for a few rough years. The big deal is to wait a few more 10 years. As long as Indra and Ashura continue to reincarnate, they can succeed one day. As for Uchiha Madara, reincarnation is an immortal body, and Obito is watching next to him, unable to kill. Go ahead. Bang. 99 Under the eyes of the public, Black Zetsu disappeared. The moment he left, Uchiha Madara crossed his left chest with his right hand, and then asked fiercely. Under the naked eye, the large hole in his chest was repaired. In his hand, he was holding a black rune. This is the spell medium. Crack. 59 Uchiha Madara smashed the spell and said with a gloomy face, no matter where you hide, I will find you and let you experience the feeling of life as death. He, Uchiha Madara, had never suffered the humiliation of being fooled by the hook even though he had been held down by Hashirama. Boom. Thunder exploded in the sky. This small country that weeps all day long, with heavy rains, seems to be proclaiming Uchiha Madara's wrath. At this moment, everyone could clearly feel Uchiha Madara's killing intent, even if they saw all this from a distance through the Jinbang live broadcast room. At this moment, jumping out like a rough hand Hashirama, Tsunere like a rough hand Tobirama, and did not provoke Uchiha Madara with diligent words. Otherwise, no one knows that he will not get angry and lose his mind, and then bring unpredictable consequences to the ninja world. Call. Uchiha Madara took a deep breath, restrained her expression, and then looked at Uchiha Obito. Why didn't you just follow suit? The time I spend with him is no shorter than the time you spend with him. Obito explained calmly. It is absolutely cautious in doing things, and must have planned to escape early in the morning, even if I use Kamui. Saying it was an explanation was actually an excuse made by Obito. Black Zetsu's control of Uchiha Madara's hand gave him a sense of crisis and a faint feeling that he had overlooked something. Humph. Uchiha Madara snorted, but did not say more. Double Kamui's Obito, although not his opponent, has absolutely no problem running away. Back then, Black Zetsu also knew the truth. Use this tool for as long as you can. Sage of Six Paths, do you know what the sage is? 33. Advertisement. Uchiha Madara asked, looking up at the moon. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. It is the product of yin-yang harmony and will. I can try to create in my peak period. 10 Tails Jinchuriki. This world can create it, and calculate you. It can only be created by my mother. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. I can't tell you anything else. It involves Kaguya destroying the world after all. Don't you know? Uchiha Madara didn't ask any more. It seems that finding Black Zetsu and figuring out what's going on with him is on your own. And the answer from Sage of Six Paths opened everyone's eyes. Does this Sage of Six Paths have a mother? Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. Aren't you a fairy from heaven? The ancestor of ninjas? Is the legend wrong? Close black lens bracket. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Can't be wrong. I am indeed the founder of ninja, the ancestor of ninja, but not the ancestor of Zara. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. It might as well be said that my mother Seong was the one who descended from the sky. She became the ancestor of Zara for some reasons, and ended the disputes in the world with a powerful force, and gained the supreme status and ability. With the blessing of mankind all over the world, and with the yin-yang style, she created me and my brother Hamura, and distributed the chakra to us. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. So, it's not wrong for me and Hanamura to say that they are people who descended from the sky, because we did not appear and were born in the way of human beings, but our birth is closely related to the people who descended from the sky and human beings, and it is a kind of bond. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. A lot of things happened later, you don't need to know the specifics, you just need to know that I realized that the meaning of chakra is the power to connect people, in order to create a world where there is no war and everyone can be at peace, the world of coexistence, so the establishment of ninja, the meaning is to turn chakra into a bond between people. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. So it is not wrong to say that I am the founder of Ninja. Open black lens bracket Yang Nine Tails. Cut. I can testify about this. Close black lens bracket Kurama silently expressed his presence. Immediately, people in the Hokage world have a feeling of increasing their knowledge. It turned out that the mother of Sage of Six Paths was the ancestor of Zara. And their ninja chara comes from this ancestor, and is taught by the Sage of Six Paths. But they still have more doubts in their hearts. Who is the mother of Sage of Six Paths? Where did the man from the sky come from? Why have chara? For this, Otsutsuki Hagoromo did not want to explain, but he did not know. Back then, in order to protect the world against his mother, he and his younger brother sealed the mother with their own hands, which also caused an irreparable estrangement between the two sides. It's not that they didn't ask their mother about the 10 Tails and the Otsutsuki family, but Kaguya didn't want to talk to them, so she didn't tell them. And that's why they increasingly feel that Kaguya is lying to them. But even knowing the truth, Otsutsuki Hagoromo couldn't say that he was coming. Otherwise everyone will know that Kaguya wants to destroy the world and has a bad reputation. And although he and Hamura fought for mankind and sealed Kaguya, they were a little unfilial. No need, don't say it, open black lens bracket Orochimaru, so it is. Otsutsuki Hagoromo didn't say a lot, and Orochimaru could hear it naturally. But he could even hear what the other party didn't want to say. Smart people don't break the casserole and ask to the end for a thing that can't be answered actively. Secrets, he prefers to dig out with his own hands. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Shuren, it's alright, you can get the gold medal reward. Yes, Sage of Six Paths. Advertisement. Sharon nodded lightly, and then made an option. In the next moment, the golden bullet ray shot down the moon, arrived in an instant, and enveloped Shuren. Then, everyone saw that there was a pair of white eyes that were closer to blue in the original empty eye sockets. At this moment, the screen moved and disappeared. Seeing this, everyone turned their attention to the golden list. According to the image disclosed by Bai, after the announcement of the blood following list, the gold list will announce the time of the next release and what list to announce. This amounts to an early spoiler. If you can even work hard to get a place on the list in advance. But this wait seems a bit long. This is, Otsutsuki Hagoromo suddenly at Uchiha ran. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. At Uchiha ran, I have a question that I'm curious about and never asked. Why are you so sure about me and Hamura? Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. I said I don't know, it's actually a chance, do you believe it? Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. 1-all. Uchiha ran. Just kidding, in fact, you only need to try it and add your name. People who are not linked by the gold list cannot be at 4.0. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. I tried it, but Indra and Ashura didn't work. It seems to be true and interesting. Doubts lifted, Sage of Six Paths disappeared again. And Daijing has a sense of learning, and they use it to find familiar people. This is, Onogi at Uchiha ran. Onogi. At Uchiha ran, 5th generation, the problem that I just discussed is not over yet. There may be 2 reasons why I can't be on the list. One is that the blood follow the list is only bloodletting and follows the limit. What is the second? 2. 9. The corners of Uchiha Ran's mouth twitched slightly. But before he could answer, a dong sound suddenly came to mind in the sky. It's the golden bell. A stereoscopic image appears. It's not the announcement of the gold list, but someone else on the list. Above number 1. Is it number 0? Look at the face. Sure enough, it's the 3rd generation Suda Ono Kageki. Special Reward 1. Onogi, Blood after Elimination Dust Style Advanced. Reward 1. Anyone can be made to obtain their own inheritance, including blood follow-up elimination and development level. Reward 2. Youth card, after use, the body functions are 30 years younger, can be developed again, and the appearance can be freely selected at any stage of 18, 28, and 38 years old. Reward 3. World Shuttle Roll Lottery, 1 of 10 World Lottery, you can travel through the world at any time to enjoy 24-hour travel. The above rewards. Choose 2, Chapter 77 Heart to 5th Hokage's black-hearted cotton padded jacket, the black soil opens a map gun, customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, Uchiha ran. It seems that there is no need to answer. The second possibility is what it means. Uchiha ran smiled with a chiju in his hand. Everything is exactly the same as what he analyzed. After all, he only has 3 Tomo Sharingan, which is excellent, but nowhere near the top. There are Uchiha Itachi and Obito who are Mangekyo Sharingan, Han and Laozi who are blessed with tailed beasts, Tsunade whose constitution has long been developed to the limit, Terumi Mei who develops double-blooded twins, and Uzumaki Nagato who can carry Rinnegan, and the blood follows the elimination of Onogi. While not sure whether the golden list will include Moon in the ninja world, he can also predict that his approximate ranking is outside the 9th, or even a dozen. But in fact, he is the 9th. Then obviously, some people are not on the list. However, the rankings announced by the golden list must be very rigorous. If only the blood follows the limit, the list should not be called the blood follow list, but the blood follow boundary ranking. 0 therefore, he can basically be sure that Onogi was specifically called out. And so is it. Onogi has a special bonus slot, different from the list of the blood following the limit. The lister chooses 1 of 2 kinds of rewards, but chooses 2 of 3 kinds of rewards. The live broadcast screen of Jinbang appeared again, and the perspective came to Iwagakure, the office building of Tsuchikage, the land of the earth. The little old man Onogi was suspended in the air. He was young but his legs were black soil below his neck. He was so tall and burly that he didn't look like the Lois of Onogi's own son. In his original trajectory, he would serve as the SEAL team of the Allied forces of Ninja 03 in the future. Captain Wen Ya, 5 Tails Jinchuriki Han and the shrunken 5 Tails Kakuyo, as well as several unknown old men. Cloud Shinobi Village High Level are all present, more than when the black soil is on the list. This is of course not because Onogi had a premonition that he was going to be on the list, looking for a bunch of people to consult or worship himself. Obviously, this 3rd Tsuchikage saw the end of the blood follow-up list and summoned the high-level people in the village to attack and prepare to discuss something. The rhythm of the special reward position was too sudden, so that a group of people did not have time to deal with it. Cough. Onogi came with his hands behind his back, and he didn't feel embarrassed at all after reacting, but said calmly, I didn't expect this old man to be above the first. Unexpected, but within reason. Saying that, Oyemu raised his head slightly, looking like a lonely master. Seeing this scene, many people have black lines. But seeing those 3 rewards and choosing one of them, no one knew what to say for a while. Well, except for Uchiha Ran. Advertisement, Uchiha Ran, not necessarily. Oh, doesn't the 5th generation know that someone's blood is superior to this old man? Onogi asked with air. What does the police care about? Otsutsuki, Huisho, Hinata, and Uchiha Madara are descendants of the Sage of 6 Paths lineage. Anyway, now he is above the first place Otsutsuki Shurin. Blow first. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. You will know right away. 1. To make a fool of yourself. Seeing that Uchiha Ran said it wasn't enough, Onogi felt that he was just bluffing. Golden list. The old man chooses 1 first. Designate my granddaughter Black Earth. Onogi made the first choice very simply, and there was happiness and relaxation between his brows and eyes. Compared with Sarutobi Hazan, who has been holding on to the Hokage position and refuses to let go, Onogi actually wants to let go of power and make his life easier. It's just that there are no suitable candidates in Cloud Shinobi Village. A person with sufficient strength cannot have an identity. For example, Han and Lao Zi. The identity of Jinchuriki is not accepted by the villagers. Han is better. Lao Zi is a violent fighting man, and he is not usually persuaded like 4th generation I, so he is definitely not a suitable Tsuchikage candidate. In fact, Lao Zi and Onogi chose to defection. After a conflict, a large part of the reason was that not many people supported the coup, so they had to go by themselves. And people with enough identity, strength is not enough. For example, Lois, Winya, etc. are all elite Jonin, which is far from cage level. Even the tailed beast cannot be suppressed by one person, so it is difficult to convince the public. Because of this, Onogi didn't dare to die and he didn't care about his reputation. But in the end, he encountered the monster Third Reikage during the Third World War. Leng single-handedly singled out Tsunagakir's 10,000 ninjas for 3 days and 3 nights. Although he died in the end, it also caused Iwagakure to be seriously injured. Fortunately, it didn't take long for Oyemu to discover the rough jade of Deidara, and he immediately accepted it as a disciple. And Deidara lived up to his high expectations, relying on explosion-style blood and clay methods, and he had a strength comparable to cage level when he was a teenager. The best Tsuchikage candidate, Gen Hong Miaojung's 3rd Tsuchikage disciple, has enough strength and talent. If the granddaughter is married, it will be the best result for the village and for Oyemu. But no matter how well he planned, it was difficult to calculate that Deidara had a literary heart and wanted to pursue art. The art of pursuing freedom is gone, making Onogi sad. He didn't even announce that Deidara was a traitor and hoped that he would come back one day. But the result was 2 lines of tears, and now, he can finally let go of his rights with peace of mind. The first reward is that anyone can be designated to obtain their own inheritance, even including the blood, and the elimination of dust style and the degree of development can be 100% inherited. It means that her own granddaughter Haitu can have his peak strength in an instant. Advertisement. Wouldn't this be the best Tsuchikage heir? Black soil. How do you feel? When the light of Jinbang disappeared, Oyemu couldn't wait to ask. Hearing this, the black soil didn't answer, but slowly floated up. This is the technique of super light and heavy rock, and only those who have dust-style blood will be eliminated, and the master's superb ninjutsu can be sown. Dust-style, the art of peeling the realm. With the sound of Jiaozha, Heitu opened a square transparent barrier between his hands, and then aimed at a rock outside the window of the Tsuchikage building. Boom! The rock top that was imprisoned in the barrier was instantly separated into an atomic state, and a huge explosion occurred. Seeing this scene, Onogi burst into laughter. Okay. I, Oyegi, have a successor, and I have a successor to the throne of Wang Ying. My good granddaughter, you are much stronger than your trash father. Lois. The Lois, who was happy for his daughter, had a stiff smile on his face. Oyegi copied the strength and handed it over to the black soil, but he was not jealous. After all, everything will be inherited by his daughter. Having a strong daughter is a good thing, but Oyemu's double standard, he couldn't stand it. The strength of the black soil began to be given by you, dear father. 4th generation I. The real hammer, the Lois really is not the son of Oyemu. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama. How do you say this? 3rd Reikage. First Hokage, you don't know, the tallest person in the live broadcast of Jinbang is the son of Onogi. Open black lens bracket Wei Shou Hashirama. What? Is this room rational? Open black lens bracket Tsunade. It is very unreasonable to study genetics. Orochimaru. Genetically speaking, mutation doesn't work either. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Onogi, I would like to call you the strongest when it comes to eco-friendly colors. Onogi. Mr. Ban, even you. Onogi's face is thicker than ordinary people's immediate range. He didn't care about the previous speeches. It's good to know that your son is biological. These people, the more you refute, the more vigorous they will be. Advertisement. But when Uchiha Madara said the same, he couldn't take it anymore. Onogi. 4th generation I, you are as brainless as your father. Onogi shot back, making a pun. Seeing this scene, Uchiha ranting blinked. Couldn't this little old man be given passive Pua by Uchiha Madara? Puff puff. Seems to have eaten some big melon. Grandpa, calm down. Black Earth's understanding 930 persuaded Onogi, and said heartily, Grandpa, I now not only inherit the dust style, but also all the ninjutsu you know. The amount of chara has also increased several times, and even the combat experience has been inherited. They're just jealous of you. Now our Iwagakure canopy is the strongest. Oh, Onogi's eyes lit up. He can understand the elimination of blood, ninjutsu, and even chara, but he didn't expect that even the combat experience can be inherited, which is no worse than the elimination of blood. That was his 60 years of experience. Okay. Onogi was greatly relieved, and then pointed at the camera in the live broadcast room. Everyone, my granddaughter is 16 years old and has inherited my peak strength, so you have to be careful. Next, the era of my rock shinobi will begin. 5 open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. Are you floating, or am I? Konoha, unable to lift the knife. Black Earth. 5th Hokage, my grandfather is just happy, too serious, and the police are too serious. Black soil. But when I become 4th Tsuchikage, I think we should seriously discuss the matter of marriage. I am 16, you are 16, I have black hair, you have black hair, you are a shadow, I am also a shadow, you are cage level, I'm also cage level, it's a perfect match. If we get married, what my grandfather said is not wrong, of course. The next is the era of Konoha, what do you think? Uchiha ran. I am surprised that what you said makes sense. But when you say this now, aren't you afraid that your grandfather will die on the spot? This is to lose the granddaughter and send it to a village. Also, I think it will be very dangerous for you to speak like this. Sister Nan next to her has already gained momentum. And she is no exception. Hiss. Everything is good in the Hokage world, that is, a woman knows she likes it at the age of 6, she doesn't think of puppy love at the age of 12, and she wants to be a mother before the age of 20, which is a bit scary. Fortunately, I am fake Uchiha. Fraternity, Chapter 78. Sister Nan said that you and others are all concubines. Konoha, led by the tiger, asks for customization. Previous chapter. Next chapter advertisement, Terumi Mei. Little sister, you haven't become a Tsuchikage yet, and at the age of 16, you have just met the requirements for marriage, so don't make such a decision. This kind of thing is left to the elder sister who has become Mizukage. Open black lens bracket Black Earth. Sister. My mother was 20 when she gave birth to me, and according to the information I got, Aunt Terumi Mei, you are 26 now, how can you be a sister, right, Aunt? Terumi Mei. Auntie. At 4th generation Iwagakure has a 3rd generation project in the peak of Liu Beo's youth. I think the danger should be stifled in the cradle. Is 4th Raikage interested in joining forces? Die. If it's against Iwagakure, I have no problem with Cloud Shinobi Village. Open black lens bracket 3rd Raikage. How can I have such a stupid son as you? Azabui. Lord 4th generation, you are uncomfortable appearing at such a time. Close black lens bracket. 4th generation Why? I don't think 5th Mizukage said anything wrong. Oyemu, an immortal man, was treachery and sent a large army to sneak attack on the hinterland of Cloud Shinobi Village. It was dad of the 3rd generation who fought alone for 3 days and 3 nights. To avenge the father is right and proper. Yan Sho Hashirama. Bro, this Raikage is a little sad, even I know that I should eat melons and watch the ripping force next. He is stunned and destroys the style of painting. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato. Shodai, you. I don't know if I'm complimenting myself or undermining myself. Open black lens bracket Wisdom Hand Hashirama. But boast, I am a witty one. Open black lens bracket Conan. Uchiha ran size without words JPG. Conan posted a photo of Uchiha ran with text. With a helpless smile, the sun angle is very good, wearing a white shirt, black hair fluttering. Very handsome. A group of women save pictures, self-taught photo transfer function. Open black lens bracket Conan. If this palace does not abdicate, you will be a concubine after all. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Conan, how did you meet this kid? There are still pictures. Conan. We are book friends. The kind of friends he gave me books. We walked through the ocean of knowledge together, witnessed 5 rough years of history, and looked for the flower of peace. Everyone. Southern dialect. Yuhihong. I take the liberty to ask, what did you mean by the previous sentence? Conan. No culture, it's scary, you're a slip through the net at the ninja school. Yuhi read. 1. Uchiha ran. What Sister Nan means, she is my eldest wife, unless she gives the hook one day, or you are all little wives. Japanese Hanabi. I don't agree with this matter, the main palace can only be my sister. Open black lens bracket Hinata. Hanabi, you. Bailu, Conan. Teacher Jiraiya, you will help me, right? Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. This. Shizune. No, Jiraiya-sama will definitely help Tsunade-sama. Proud expression. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Conan can rest assured that the teacher will do his best to help you. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Shizune, you are holding a pig, you are not a pig yourself. Close black lens bracket. Conan. Teacher Jiraiya, I will forgive you for the past. When Yahiko and Nagato get together, the flower of love and hope blooms, I will tell you the darkness that you have experienced these years. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. 1. I'm a dignified writer, but I was shown. Why didn't I know Conan's words were so philosophical before? Open black lens bracket. Hey too. You are all aunts, even grandmothers. You are so embarrassed that old cows eat tender grass? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket. Chirumi May. Nonsense, my sister is always 18 years old. Open black lens bracket. Tsunade. I am really, forever 18 years old. Conan. You don't understand, young men like Yuji and old men like young teeth. Uchiha ran. Hey, where did you learn the words of tigers and wolves? Conan. Read it 100 times and see its meaning. Open black lens bracket. Uchiha ran. 1. Japanese Hanabi. My sister and I are younger than you, at Hey 2. Advertisement, Black King. Too young to understand anything and not good. Open black lens bracket. Tsunade. Yan, you're the best. Ridiculous, Rankun is a Konoha ninja or 5th Hokage. Why did he marry you, Iwagakure? My Konoha village is Hokage guarding the village gate. Hi, the level of what it says. Could it be that Tsunade also grows flowers? Uchiha Ran couldn't help but praised Haki's words that seemed familiar to him. But more of a wry smile. This group of women chased after him and he completely understood. Totally used to it. Beyond Sasuke's looks, sunny smiles, numerous talents, and was later accepted as an apprentice by 3rd Hokage, and various record-breaking promotions. From the age of 6, there were only more little fans around him than when Sasuke was at the ninja school, even Naruto after the end of the Fourth World War. And now, he is slamming this version of Naruto and Sasuke at their peak in all directions, and the lethality is definitely stronger. It is completely normal to have such unreasonable popularity. A good man is so attractive. There is no need to say more about this kind of thing, the ancestors are deeply aware of it. What's more, women in the ninja world have their own aura of love and brains. But it is commendable that the vast majority of women in the ninja world are in love at first sight and never forget each other. Of course, the addition of Terumi Mei and Tsunade was actually fun and half-truth. Black Soil is too young, others are very serious. Instead, he was surprised that Fenghua Xiaoshui and Uzumaki Shanlin did not speak. As everyone knows, Uzumaki is facing the photo of Uchiha Ran saved in the gold list, blushing, and his body is Hengyue. Dai-sama, died Nissan, died Kun. What does not abdicate is always a concubine, isn't a concubine bad? My love is the main palace, huh? Fenghua Xiaoshui's thoughts were the opposite of Uzumaki's. Be sure to squeeze the Dai-kun hard next time. When a child is born, I can name him the regent. At that time, any shadow, any royal sister's young teeth, will kneel to this queen. Uchiha Ran does not know this, he is more of a wry smile now. If this would have been the purpose of 5th generation to you, that's fine. But if you talk about it now, you will be ridiculed by the group. Although I don't like the old monkey, there is no need for this way of humiliating the whole village to damage his reputation. Onogi. I can't agree more with Tsunadeheim, from the first Ninja World to the third Ninja World War. Although you Konoha are the winners, but the old monkeys don't want us to compensate, and sometimes even send money over, said to help post-disaster reconstruction. Is this not a tribute? It does not count, it is facility. After all, it is rich and powerful. Luosha. Sanagakure, provoked the third Ninja War, targeting Konoha. The other 3 hidden villages joined later, and it became a situation of 4 big ones. But after the war, Konoha turned around and Sanagakure forming an alliance is actually the first time in a village of good forbearance. Terumi Mei. I have been in the fog of fog in the village of Wuyan for many years, and I am still stunned. I would also like to thank Konoha for taking care of me. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. After the third Ninja World War ended, I sent envoys to Konoha to sign a peace contract. In fact, I wanted to snatch the eyes of the sun, but when the people of the Japanese family found out, they took a bite and asked them to tie the murderer. The old monkey really handed over the murderer. 1. Open black lens bracket 2nd generation I. At 3rd generation I, your son really has a problem. 3rd generation I think it wasn't like this before. Open black lens bracket killer B. Ming, I know, the big brother did rakeage, reckless to the point of no brains. Bagaya Road, empty Yalu. Azabui. Holding his forehead, boss, please discuss it with us when you speak later. The figure is attacking 3rd Hokage in that yin and yang, and by the way, Konoha. When it came to you, it was good, the blow was a blow, but it exposed what happened at the beginning. What 4th Raikage said, that is 100% real hammer. If you want to have a little face in the ninja world, you need to sell accounts with you. The same is true, however, it is not the reputation of the sun. Advertisement open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. At 4th Raikage, since you admit what happened back then, you must apologize and give potential, otherwise I, Konoha, don't mind starting a war. No one in my Konoha is a coward. All I Konoha are standing and die, no people live on their knees. Uchiha Ran silently praised 4th generation I. Has the focus shifted? By the way, it's time to set up the mood. Open black lens bracket Nara Shikahisa. Alas, the brain cells are going to die again. Open black lens bracket Nara Shikamaru. Well, take me with you, although it is troublesome, you have to get used to it. Yamanaka Kaiichi. Haha, just to let you know what the real Ino Shikacho is. Japanese Hiyashi. My Japanese clan, all members, can participate in the war. Hyuga Neji. I'm going to the battlefield to avenge my father. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. Guy, let's beat more Cloud Shinobi ninjas this time. Open black lens bracket Might Guy. The blue beast of Konoha is not afraid of any challenge. Tsunade. Just to test the power of Grandfather Wood style on the battlefield. I don't know if it's too late, I also want to go to Shigu Forest to learn Sage Jutsu, I should be qualified enough. Open black lens bracket Shizune. My medical class is always on call. Jiraiya. It seems that I can't continue to find materials for great creations for a while, but unfortunately San Spicy can't be on the same stage. Orochimaru. Maru. Leaving Konoha, it doesn't mean that you can't be diligent to other hidden villages, and 10,000 snakes are not taboo. Open black lens bracket Jiraiya. Ha ha ha, what should I do if I suddenly look forward to a fight? Jiraiya wiped the corners of her eyes. This Orochimaru, after all, still has a village in his heart. Ibi Himori. Torture class, all members are fine. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Naruto. I'm fine. Open black lens bracket Amino Uruka. If the village needs it, close black lens bracket. Go to Hokage, Sanin, elite Jonin of the ninja world. Go down to ordinary Genin, teacher Chunin at ninja school. One by one Konoha ninjas spoke. No one is afraid of fighting. Unity. Uchiha Ran's speech was too warm-hearted, and the Konoha ninjas had no cowards. A pack of wolves, led by sheep, is weaker than a flock. But a flock of sheep is beaten by a fierce tiger, which is more powerful than a pack of wolves. Teacher, cowardly you, no matter how much you say, you are already rotten. 99. Orochimaru silently watched Sarutobi Hazan, sneering in his heart. As a disciple, I will definitely repay you, hiss. At this moment, the ninjas and shadows of the major ninja villages in the ninja world were shocked. But when this character is cut out, they're jealous and sigh. The Konoha who is especially favored by the world, the Konoha who has been diligent in his life. Still so powerful. A dead camel is bigger than a horse, not to mention Konoha who is going to be strong under the leadership of Uchiha Ran. Sarutobi Hazan, why are you so useless, you bastard, and you step down so early? God's opponent is not scary, but the fear is that the opponent has no big teammates. Hi. At Uchiha Ran, Your Excellency 5th Hokage, please calm down. Now the gold list shows that the world pattern is definitely going to change. Lightly starting the war is not good for everyone, what do you think? Cloud Shinobi showed weakness, do not show weakness. Advertisement A Tsunade Heim, they probably couldn't stand it. This is if Sanin gets together. There is also a black flash that turns on Mangekyo. Destroy it. Uchiha Ran. As we all know, since first Hokage, I, Konoha, have been peace-loving and never took the initiative to provoke wars. I just passively participated and won again and again. I don't need to be in a hurry to start wars, but I need to see your sincerity. Yan Sho Hashirama. Dao, Ran now, you are very good at talking, I appreciate you more and more. Open black lens bracket Wei Sho Tobarama. Shut up, brother, interject at this time. Open black lens bracket Shi. What kind of sincerity do you want to see in 5th generation, close black lens bracket. Uchi, Nuo Hao. Bo Ran. After all, this matter involves Hyuga, to return Tudai's white eye, I can allow it to be delayed until the 5 shadow talks. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I, Uchiha Ran, bastard, you. Wang Tai. I promise. Wang Tai, frontier trade, Lord 5th Hokage will come soon. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Then set the night and invite you to dinner. Tudai. Thank you 5th Hokage. Annoying, but it must be said. The major shinobi villages and hidden villages saw that Cloud Shinobi was actually here, so fast, and their hearts were ups and downs. At this time, Uchiha Ran felt that it was not enough. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. At Terumi Mei, you are the blue one in the fog, do you understand? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Terumi Mei. You, open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. After all, I can help you Water-kun. Depend on. Don't talk about this, the old lady still treats you as a good friend. Whose Water-kun is this Water-kun, have you counted? Akatsuki organized the base, and all the members looked at the Water-kun under Uchiha Ran's ass. Well, it's a dark-skinned black flash, Shing, okay. Suffocated, but must agree, but on the other hand, Konoha's side. The Japanese have a plus 999 favor towards Uchiha Ran. Cool, ordinary ninja Liao admires Uchiha Ran plus 99. This is Konoha. This jar is what Hokage should be. Sarutobi Hazan let out a long sigh that he could not understand. And this time, Iwagakure, Onogi was very upset to see that his bright moment was completely overshadowed by Uchiha Ran. At the same time, he also knew how to choose. I choose too. I want to be young. I want to grow a second time. I want to get back to peak form. Iwagakure, be hard. Chapter 79 Oyemu. I'm not the first. I will pack the black soil for you, please customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, what, under the watchful eyes of the crowd. A ray of light shot from the top of the golden list, turned into a card, and fell into Onogi's hand. Everyone understands that this is a youth card. After using it, it can make the body function younger by 30 years, that is to say, Oyumu's body can recover to about 40 years old, which is still the peak period for a man. And using this card, you can develop again and stimulate your own dominant genes. In the end, it is possible to choose one's appearance, and only fix it at any one of the 3 periods of 18, 28, and 38 years old, and it will not change until death. It can be said that Changchun is immortal. Seeing this scene, many people sighed with emotion, and many people sighed, and naturally, there is no lack of self-knowledge. Cloud Shinobi Village. 4th generation Ai came to a nearby island and smashed rocky mountains with his fists to vent his anger. Uchiha Ran's threat made him very uncomfortable. According to his own character, even if it is death, he has to fight. But he is Raikage, Shadow can never think only of himself. He compromised under the persuasion of his subordinates, but he was extremely upset, so he came here to vent. And now, he was even more upset. Damn it, this immortal is about to recover to a level younger than me, and his strength can definitely return to his peak. 19. I am immortal, I am immortal. He wanted to avenge the revenge of killing his father every day. But again, he is Raikage. Raikage can't be reckless. No, I'm going to pick 5th Raikage as soon as possible, and then, defect. Only in this way, the circle will not drag the village into the water. I must take revenge as soon as possible. 4th generation Ai Nyen is not fair. At the same time, Leaf Village. Sarutobi Hazan looked at 3rd Tsuchikage Onogi in the live broadcast of the Golden List, and his eyes were full of envy. These 2-day scales, I didn't expect to have this opportunity. If only I could get it. 930 restores the power of youth, who doesn't want to? If he could be 30 years younger, it would be the right time. At that time, he will no longer stay in the village, but will go to the front line and tell everyone what is Shinobu. He is not greedy, but Konoha is a success, and Konoha is a failure. The Konoha village is constantly hooked, and there is no need for him to play as 3rd Hokage at all. What else can be done? If it weren't for the fact that Sannin, who exploded in World War II, was his disciple, the police would have thought that he was not Hokage but Mizukage. If it weren't for Tibetan, the ninja world would have been unified long ago based on the number of Konoha's descendants. Advertisement, I don't know if there is a list that I can be on later. For example, the peak period combat power rankings. Sarutobi Hazan had hope in his heart. Little did he know that the time of death was approaching. The land of the land, the Daming House. Quick, send someone to Iwagakure. No, it's an order on the gold list immediately. No, it's a transaction. Let Lord Tsuchikage send the youth card. The daimyo, who was nearly 50 years old, looked at the youth card in Oyumu's hand, and the favorite pai gao in his hand did not feel fragrant. If he can be 30 years younger and his appearance is always constant, he can keep his youthful appearance until he is 20 years old. He will be the longest reigning and most wise and martial daimyo in the land of the land. This youth card is bound to be obtained. Youth card. Really want. I want to be on the list. Let me be on the list, don't be greedy, just a youth card. In the entire ninja world, it is women who think the most about youth cards, no matter what age they are. Even Tsunade is no exception. It is true that she can maintain her appearance according to 100 healings mark, but if she can get a youth card, she can always be 18 or 28, saving this part of Chara. Moreover, her body is 30 years younger, which means extraordinary to her clan with rough hands. But Terumi Mei's obsession is definitely deeper than Tsunade. Her deepest memory of her mother's teaching is to ask the right age to get married, not to exceed the marriage date, otherwise it will be unhappy. And if she can be 30 years younger, she should not be rejuvenated, but her body energy will increase a lot, and she will always be 18 years old. Then, she no longer has to be afraid of missing the wedding. You can choose the right person slowly. Moreover, without provoking Uchiha Ran, he was ridiculed by a group of little sisters as an old cow eating young grass. Even listening to the people like the mother-in-law, they are very excited. But on the Jinbang chat channel, no one spoke, because everyone knows that Onogi will not give in. The 3 reward options given by the gold list. The 3rd item is the World Shuttle Scroll Lottery. You can select one of the 10 other worlds, and then travel through the world at any time to enjoy 24-hour travel. A 1-day trip to Otherworld, if used well, can plunder countless resources. But Onogi didn't even think about choosing the 2nd. Because he felt pressure on Uchiha Ran, pressure from Konoha. Although Iwagakure has an extra black soil version of the peak Onogi, it is still not enough. There are at least 2, and then the situation can be stabilized. Tear. Really? It was only a few seconds after getting the card, and Onogi shredded it directly after observing it. Advertisement. A ray of light shot through the card and enveloped him. When the rays of light dissipated, the one hooked in front of everyone was a middle-aged man of about 40 years old, who looked 70% similar to Onogi, and was 1.75 meters tall. Seeing this scene, countless women shouted outrageous. This Onogi did not choose the appearance of 18 and 28, but 38. Such a waste. But the parties were quite satisfied. After all, he is a grandfather. The appearance of a 28-year-old youth is really embarrassing, and he even said that he looked like an 18-year-old. This feeling. Onogi clenched his fists, and his mood became very happy. Usually he relies on dust style to move to make his body light. But in fact, just like his waist that is easy to flash, he has long been old. But now, he felt the strength of his youth and the ease of his posture. The most important thing is that he can finally feel the vision of the tall man without flying, but standing on his legs. Although he was still a head shorter than the Lois, he was satisfied. Yansho Hashirama. Unexpectedly, Oyemu has really become young and grown, and he can no longer be called a 2-day scale. Daiyemu. Humph, the old man is Daiyemu. What, idea, is Daiyemu for 2 days, it doesn't exist. Onogi is the grandson of first Tsuchikage Ishikawa, and does not have the surname of Tianshin. This is actually a nickname based on his height to pass the hook. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. I will call you for 2 days, do you dare to agree? Close black lens bracket. Onogi. Madara-sama, is this not appropriate? Uchiha Madara. Huh? Onogi. You have the final say, you have the final say. Uchiha ran. Shit, I feel like I have discovered a certain truth. Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Tsunade. What truth? Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. From a genetic point of view, as the father of Lois, third Tsuchikage can grow up, which is completely understandable, indicating that he is biological. Orochimaru. Huh? Ran-kun, I feel like you said my line. Tsunade. The police care about these details. From the genetic point of view, Oyemu finally seems to be his father with Lois. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. What an eco-friendly hat, how did he disappear? Open black lens bracket Chirumi Mei. 4th Raikage can say such technical words, you can't be hacked, right? It's useless to steal accounts, there are ghostwriters. Lei Yan's secretary Mabui thought to himself. Onogi. I thank you. Open black lens bracket Black Earth. At Uchiha ran, 5th Hokage. What truth did you find out about you? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. The truth about why 3rd Tsuchikage is short. Close black lens bracket. Uchiha Madara. Interesting, my interest has been hooked, but you can talk about it and see why the 2-day scale is so short. Onogi. Well, he himself wanted to know. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. As we all know, 3rd Tsuchikage is the grandson of 1st Tsuchikage Shihei. He has the ability to hook people since childhood. He grew up under the strict education and careful care of 1st Tsuchikage and 2nd Tsuchikage since childhood, and has the same treatment as my teacher. 3rd Hokage, Whip Corpse. After all, Ape-Face Sun Zan is not a surname, and he does not disappoint, not only has a deep and immediate will to will the stone, which symbolizes perseverance and courage, but also learns to dry the blood of 2nd Tsuchikage's uncreated blood. Eliminate Mordo. Everyone, what you said is really not well known. Are you sure it's not an ad for 3rd Tsuchikage? In the end, Sarutobi Hijin is really a white-eyed wolf. Open black lens bracket Uchiha ran. In the troubled times of Kuso Ninja Village, 3rd Tsuchikage went through many wars with 2nd Tsuchikage. In the early days of the founding of the country, he went to Konoha with 2nd Tsuchikage for diplomacy, hoping to form an alliance, and met his ancestor Uchiha Madara. Uchiha ran. According to what I have learned, the ancestors were competing with 1st Hokage for the position of 1st Hokage at that time, and they did not agree with the armistice and the 5 kingdoms standing side by side. After they came, they beat people seriously and drove them away, right? Open black lens bracket none. Onogi. One Ninja World shocked. Shira of the Ninja World really lived up to his reputation, and he casually beat 2nd generation and 3rd Tsuchikage. Yansho Hashirama. Madara, you actually did such a thing. I said why Shihei slapped me later, it turned out to be because you hit his grandson. It. Uchiha Madara. Forming an alliance is something that people of equal strength like you should do, and other weak people are not qualified. Yansho Tobarama. This wave of my stand is very spicy. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama. So why did Onogi not grow taller? Was he scared by Madara? Uchiha ran. That's right, hormone secretion is unbalanced. Orochimaru. It seems that the younger brother has a lot of research on biology, and there is a chance to discuss it. Uchiha ran. That's really a chance to detour. Open black lens bracket Yansho Hashirama. So Onogi doesn't grow taller, is it being sharpened by Ma? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. 2 days, I am timid, I am willing to call you and me the strongest. Onogi. What about Shurin? Hook up. Destroy the ninja world. I have a baby. Onogi. Let's not say that I have grown taller now, so what if I was scared at the beginning? The opponent is Shura of the ninja world, so it's not ashamed at all. Onogi. And now, I have eliminated Dust Style, which is above the boundaries of blood, beautiful alone, overlooking everything, the times have changed, close black lens bracket. Uchiha ran. Not necessarily. Onogi. Not necessarily. You said not necessarily when I went around you. Could it be that there is a higher existence in this world than the elimination of blood? It's ridiculous, if there is, I will pack the black soil for you and send it there. Open black lens bracket black soil. Really grandpa? Please have it, close black lens bracket Onogi. Boom. 33 The golden bell rang. Onogi. Really? Chapter 80 Otsutsuki Kaguya is on the list, a real shocking reward, please customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, above me, there are actually people. How can that be possible? Onogi's eyes widened, his eyes full of disbelief. To tell the truth, although Dust Style is powerful, it may not have the tough physique, Uzumaki physique, Sharingan and white eyes. After all, these are the straight bloodlines of the Sage of Six Paths brothers, with all kinds of incredible power. Fortunately, the blood succession list evaluates the degree of development. Under the same development level, the blood succession is good and bad, and his blood succession is based on the fusion of 3 types of Cherare attributes, which is a dimensionality reduction attack. Therefore, he is very confident. After all, there are only sublimated fairy body and fairy eyes that can be higher than dust style, and these 2 are no longer listed on the list, indicating that no living person has it. In the entire ninja world, except for dust style of him and his master, there is no other legend of blood following elimination. Isn't he the first one to be stable? So when Uchiha Ran exposed the dark history in this way, he couldn't help but speak ruthlessly, trying to pull back his image in this way. For this reason, Heiko also boasted black soil. Black soil can now be given the best hope by him, saying that the hook is a bet, just to show confidence. But in an instant, you will be slapped in the face. There's actually someone taller than Onogi. Shueiji eliminated dust style as a special reward, not the second place in the special reward position, so obviously, the one above Oyagi, Shueiji is better than Shueiji elimination? There is such a thing in the ninja world? Front. The idea in Oyumu's heart is not only in him, on the contrary, anyone with a little common sense can think of it. But the more I understand, the more incredible it becomes. The unspeakable shock swept through the whole body, no one paid attention to Oyagi's speech and mood, everyone looked at the sky without blinking, witnessing the birth of the miracle. A 3-dimensional image appeared, it was a woman. Advertisement white as white frost under the moon, like cold jade in water, crystal clear to some morbid skin. The head is blue and white, with long hair that can exceed the whole body, elegant and agile, with a fairy spirit fluttering. There are no eyebrows, but it doesn't affect his appearance at all, but instead brings out his delicate and beautiful face to the fullest. The most different point from ordinary people is that there are 2 horns on the head, and it is taken for granted when suddenly, which is eye-catching. This is a woman who brings together the advantages of all women, her face is so delicate that no flaws can be found, and her body seems to be enveloped in this layer of sacred aura, which makes people unable to raise any heart of art reading. Seeing him is like seeing the perfect incarnation. He was wearing a white coat with a black hook jade pattern on his body, which seemed to be telling the mystery. His eyes are white eyes, and there is a gap on his forehead, and there is a faint light in it, as if there is an eye. How beautiful, there are such beautiful women in this world. It is said that Mungu Shinkai loves each other, some people like Loli, some like Yuji, some like the soft body and easy to push down, some like Yuji Queen, but today I can say that no one will appreciate this woman. But it's just admiration, this woman has an innate sense of nobility that no woman can match, and any man will feel ashamed in front of him. If the goddess has an image, it must be like this. At this moment, everyone was lost. No matter the experienced old man, no matter the ignorant child, no matter the beauties of the same sex, no matter the man who is sought after by countless women, or the high-ranking and shadowy name. As long as he is alone, he is amazed by the appearance of the woman on the list. Even, Uchiha Ran is no exception, but unlike the others, there was war in his eyes. This is a smallpox picture of the ninja world before the arrival of the Otsutsuki clan. He was very interested in a fight. Although he has a cautious personality and likes to make plans and then move, it does not mean that he is not enthusiastic and has no pursuit. However, this fighting spirit is also a desire to conquer. Compared with Yuhiga's virtuous home, compared to Yamanaka Ino's youthful splendor, compared to Konan's intellectual youth, compared to Hinata's love at first sight, compared to Shanglin's crazy infatuation, compared to Terumi Mei's mature and sexy, compared to Tsunade's special heroism as a bonus compared to Fenghua Xiaoshui's status. Otsutsuki Kaguya asks everything. Advertisement: a real man should give him maternity leave. Really, Pure Land. Looking at the people on the list, Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Otsutsuki Hamura are the ones who don't care about looks. After all, it was with the blessing of all human beings, yin and yang, and the divine tree Shirella that created their mother. There was only seriousness in their expressions. As Tobarama and Uchiha Ran have analyzed before, the reward options for the gold list are either a moderate lister or wish list, and the higher the ranking, the greater the reward. For example, Uchiha ranks second in Itachi. If you want to become stronger, it is not impossible to get Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan directly through rewards. Hinata and Hanabi just got high-level scorn. However, Uchiha Itachi's selection opportunities are more like making wedding dresses for others. No one knows why. Only Uchiha Ran, Itachi, and Uchiha Fugaku and his wife know that the reason is that there is a long-standing desire to die in the heart, and they are still alive just to ensure that the younger brother can still live, and finally give this stupid Odudu Sasuke a gift. And now, that hangs even bigger. Looking at Onogi again, not only did his granddaughter gain his peak strength, but he didn't need a month to reconcile, but he also regained his youth, 30 years younger. Then, Otsutsuki Kaguya, who is above Onogi, will be rewarded with the level of the audience. Will it directly break the seal and come out? Will it directly restore peak strength? Although the mother is a silly and sweet, but the strength is really strong. The two of them only have souls left, although with the speciality of chakra, they can still display many abilities, such as gather chara, gather everyone's chara, and then transform it into chara and transmit it to someone. Or you can use the Pure Land summoning technique to summon the ghosts of the past dynasties who have died in the Pure Land, as well as the souls of many strong people to fight. He can even use the technique of summoning, so that all the summoned souls can use the technique of summoning, even the creatures in the starting ball space can be summoned. But these are useless in the face of absolute power. Otsutsuki Kaguya is an immortal body that cannot be killed even without the power of the divine tree. Advertisement can only be sealed. The divine tree that incarnates 10 tails has long been contracted by Otsutsuki Kaguya, who has the highest control over 10 tails. As long as he can escape the seal, he can immediately control the return of 10 tails' body. Hamura, the real crisis is coming, Otsutsuki Hagoromo said in a serious voice. He also did 10 tails Jinchuriki, but he performed the 6 paths 10 tails pivoting technique, and was able to inhale 10 tails chara into his body to become 10 tails Jinchuriki, which was not recognized by 10 tails. In this case, just like 9 tails chara can be used by Naruto to varying degrees, but it is not the other party's initiative to give it, so it cannot enter Kurama mode. If not, then Sage of 6 Paths may not have sealed the Geto statue of 10 tails body in the moon, and then created 10 tails chara into 9 tails beast with yin-yang style. 0. For flowers. 0.0 inches, that is to say, after Otsutsuki Kaguya got out of the seal, he couldn't stop anything. The only way to deal with Kaguya is to use the power of yin and yang to form the ultimate sealing techniques. 6 Paths Planetary Devastation. And this 6 Paths Planetary Devastation must have both yin and yang powers to display, generate a gravitational source in space, attract the sealed object and a part of the Earth together, so that the sealed object loses power and keeps rising, away from the meteorites that will attract the universe after the Earth continued to grow until a certain size and then stop, eventually forming the moon. The original Otsutsuki Hagoromo did not, but succeeded with Yumura Yasaka. After becoming 10 tails Jinchuriki, but now, he has 10 tails Jinchuriki. Only by the reincarnation of Indra and Ashura. But Sasuke and Naruto, it's still too far away. Hamura also understood what his brother was worried about, and nodded solemnly. It's really not possible, you can only go back to the moon and activate Tenseigan to buy time for Indra and Ashura. But it won't be too long, and we'll fall into a deep sleep. If something happens during this period, I really will not be able to revolving heaven anymore. 0. I think we still have a chance. Otsutsuki Hagoromo said suddenly. What, one person? Who? Uchiha ran. He doesn't seem to be surprised that his mother was on the list, and he also knows the existence of blood and elimination, but this cannot be explained by erudition, because we have buried the corresponding records, plus what he knows about his otherworld. Got it, looks like we can look forward to it, after all, he's your elder brother's descendant. 19. Mom, Black Zetsu is very excited, it was a huge surprise. Otsutsuki Kaguya actually made the list. Anything Sage of 6 Paths could think of, he could think of. Does this mean that the mother is going to take off? Boom. Boom. The golden bell rang twice again. Stereoscopic image of Otsutsuki Kaguya, followed by another turn twice. Uchiha ran. Spray, this is probably the top row. Onogi, 1/3 Tsuchikage's face darkened. The joy of growing taller was completely washed away. Ah. At this time, the stereoscopic image turned into a head and shot into the gold list. The blood follows the top of the list. Otsutsuki Kaguya follow the net Luo incomplete, Jinbang science popularization. The blood follow the net is an ability that surpasses the blood follow limit, and blood follow elimination. It is composed of fire, wind, earth, water, thunder, yin and yang. It is a fusion of nature transformation. Reward options. 1. Dark Ancestral Talisman, the version of the ninja world after being weakened countless times. Simulated from a fantasy world, the dark rules of the ninja world are intertwined. The master can control the power of darkness, and can create special dark spaces to suppress and obliterate life or soul. 2. Choose 4 of the 9-tailed beasts. Or half a 9 tails, pure and unconscious replica. 3. One finger destroying a star powerhouse guard card can automatically extract characters from all worlds. After binding can please protect one day, the other party is not allowed to actively destroy the ninja world and obliterate the creatures of the ninja world. 4. Soul chopping sword. From a certain cultivator, it can bind the soul, kill the soul. 5. World transfer card. Meet special conditions, can be permanent immigrate to any world. Chapter 81 Hashirama. I have received special training, and generally do not laugh, for top reading. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement, how can it be? Blood follows the snare. 91. How can this power exist in this world? 93. At this moment, except for a few people who knew the truth for a long time, including Uchiha Madara, everyone in the whole ninja world fell into an irresistible shock. No one cares about Otsutsuki Kaguya's list reward. Not uninterested. Just seeing this article on the golden list of popular science, they immediately became numb. Where is the thought to look back? This blood follower net actually came from the 7 basic chara nature transformations, which surpassed the blood follower limit and blood follower elimination. 7 kinds: Rough Hands Constitution, Uzumaki Constitution, Otsutsuki Constitution and other blood follow constitutions are essentially the development of Yangtang. Sharingan, Blood Longan, White Eye and other blood following the eyes, are essentially vaginal development. The other normal thing is the blood-based boundary, which is a natural transformation of any 2 of the 5 basic attributes of wind, fire, water, earth, and thunder. The most powerful wood style recognized by the whole ninja world is nature transformation after the fusion of wood and earth attributes. In fact, it needs a little Yangtang as a catalyst for neutralization, which is considered to be between the limit of blood and the elimination of blood. The elimination of blood is based on the transformation of the 3 basic attributes. At present, only the dust style owned by 2nd Tsuchikage and 3rd Tsuchikage masters and apprentices is known in the entire ninja world, which is the only one. As for the above 4 chara attributes, nature transformation and fusion, 5 or 933, or more, which are impossible to exist in all ninja cognition. Unless it's God, it can't be done, and every day, I don't know how many ninjas with 2 or more attributes of chakra, after the strength reaches Shunin and above, they try to merge, hoping to become a blood follower and create a family. But of these people, 99% died, only 0.10% remained, and only 10% truly succeeded. Most of them were either disabled or suffered from blood disease, and their life was not long. This shows how rare this is. The first list released by the Jinbang is the blood follow-up list, which is actually very valuable. And now, a human rhythm that integrates all the attributes of chakra nature transformation. Who dares to believe it? Onogi. The old man's mentality has collapsed. What the hell is chara nature transformation in Rongwon 7th Middle School? Smart hand Tobarama. Literally, it is above the limit of blood and the elimination of blood, and it is made up of all the attributes of the fusion. It is equivalent to having all the limits of blood and elimination of blood, as well as powerful abilities that you can't imagine. Orochimaru. In theory, it has any kind of blood in the ninja world, all the blood of the master, this kind of power, interesting, really interesting. Beautiful hand Hashirama. As I said earlier, my wood style is just so, old Versailles. Open black lens bracket Nara Kaguya. Otsutsuki Kaguya. Seeing this name, I make a bold guess. Son, have you thought of it? Nara Shikamaru. Otsutsuki Shurin, Sage of 6 Paths and Hamura Immortals are all surnamed Otsutsuki. This Otsutsuki Kaguya is surnamed Otsutsuki, is also a woman, and has the unreasonable power of blood following the net, and the identity is eager to work. Advertisement open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. The ancestor of Zara, the mother of Sage of 6 Paths and Immortal Hamura, the otherworldly. The identity of Otsutsuki Kaguya is not that hard to guess. It can even be said to be a fact on the surface. Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. Otsutsuki Kaguya can be listed on the gold list, which means she is still alive, and the legend of Sage of 6 Paths has been circulated for years, which means that she is at least old enough. Orochimaru licked his tongue, his eyes burning hot. Immortal life, immortality? If possible, he would like to dissect Otsutsuki Kaguya and study it. As for other ideas, for Ant Snake, who can also throw sex, it doesn't exist. Onogi. Immortality, immortality, immortality in the true sense? Otsutsuki Hagoromo. I don't know if it is immortal or not, but as far as I know, 3 rough years are not old and not dead. Close black lens bracket. Terumi Mei. Fizz, 3 rough years, how can I continue to do it? Open black lens bracket Tsunade. Ask the same, close black lens bracket, Funghua Xiaoshui. Please let me know. Conan. I don't want to stay young forever, I just want to increase knowledge. Countless people are heartbroken, and women are mad. But the next moment, they forcibly calm down. Otsutsuki Hamura. It's useless to ask us, and my eldest brother and I can't do it either. This seems to be the innate talent of my mother. You are still very lofty. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Yes, a blood follow-up list will raise your strength to a higher level, gain the power of another world, and Shaoji named Onogi has also recovered his youth, so there will definitely be these on the follow-up list. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. Times have changed, and next is the age of the golden list. After giving police-like expectations to Uchiha Ran, Yui and Hamura didn't think about it, but tried harder to think about countermeasures. In the end, the unanimous conclusion is reached. Rely on the gold list. This mysterious thing that can connect all worlds is absolutely master of the power to break the game. Their mother, Otsutsuki Kaguya, was sealed off, and there are some lists that definitely won't make it. As long as someone is strong enough to master before they break the seal, there is no need for the ninja world to fall into crisis again. Open black lens bracket Orochimaru. I'm curious, where is this Otsutsuki Kaguya? Why is the live broadcast room dark? The live broadcast room of the Jinbang is hooked. As Orochimaru said, the environment was pitch black. If it weren't for Kaguya's white eyes that were as bright as 2 beacon lights in the dark night, and also dimly illuminated the body, it would even make people suspect that Jinbang was not live. Faced with Orochimaru's question, Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Hamura directly went into hiding, obviously not planning to answer. Advertisement and the others, except Black Zetsu and Uchiha Ran, no one knows the answer. Black Zetsu, an old man, obviously won't take the initiative to reveal information. Uchiha Ran has ideas about the moon and doesn't want to talk about it. Ant Snake, no one will answer your question. Uchiha Ran touched his chin, thinking about whether to reveal something to Orochimaru in private, so as to deceive people to work for him. Orochimaru like this, Ewell 007, 996 looked down on people. But the next moment, he suddenly heard a pop sound, his face hurt. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. If I guess correctly, it is sealed in the moon. It seems that this moon was made by Sage of 6 Paths and Immortal Hamura together. It looked like she was asking, but Madara's tone was firm. Everyone. We type this question, it doesn't mean we have a problem, but you have a problem. The ancestor of Chara, an immortal existence for 3 rough years, was jointly sealed in the drying moon by his 2 sons? And the moon was made by 2 immortals? Is today a funny holiday? Open black lens bracket Yan Sho Hashirama. Madara is spicy. I believe in you, hey. Open black lens bracket wisdom Tobirama. The reincarnation of the earth that I invented, will it lower the IQ of the evil Uchiha? Tobirama fell into deep suspicion. Even though Jimin was struck by a stone, he would think it was the evil Uchiha's fault. But he didn't target Uchiha's emotions when he invented reincarnation. How can you bring your own halo of deceit? Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Haxi hot mom, you laugh at me, close corner bracket. Kanhand Hashirama. Madara, I am the god of ninjas, I have been specially trained, and generally do not laugh. Quote. Open black lens bracket beautiful hand Hashirama, unless you can't help it, hey ah. At this moment, the whole ninja world laughed. Only Uchiha Ran said with a little surprise. This ancestor is quite clever, to be able to think of this truth. It's just his words, although diligent is unexpected, but it is reasonable. His words undoubtedly confirmed Uchiha Madara's guess. Since it was not said on the Jinbang chat channel, the police did not know. But all the members of the Akatsuki organization who were present heard it. Originally, Feiduan and Idera were about to laugh at Madara, but Shaw stopped. Uchiha Ran even knows the information of the other world like the back of his hand, so he will not aim at nothing. Ran-kun, Madara didn't talk nonsense? Conan's calm face showed a look of surprise. Advertisement. Uchiha Ran nodded and said gently, look, with Madara's character, she definitely can't stand doubts and will explain it clearly. And so is it. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Haxi hot mom, you damn it. I will resurrect you and kill you. Quote. Open black lens bracket wisdom Hashirama. But what you said is true and whimsical. A simple person like me can't lie. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Mito. Hashirama, I don't know for a while whether you are self-deprecating or full. Quote. Onogi. Madara-sama, your statement on this matter is indeed unbelievable. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Sitting in the well and watching the sky, let me teach you a good lesson. Uchiha Madara. It doesn't matter to tell you, after I opened the Eye of Reincarnation, the master did a trick called planetary devastation. This at Uzumaki Nagato should be able to testify to me. Open black lens bracket Uzumaki Nagato. Who is it? I'm seeing Jung Gesho's operation. The police are indiscriminately shouting, Uchiha Madara, planetary devastation. There is indeed such a trick, which is to create a black gravitational core that can make all the surrounding objects bigger. The scope is forcibly attracted, and the gravitational force is so strong that even the Earth will be attracted to it. Quote. Political brother? Uchiha Ran's mouth twitched. Nagato won't read a book and become a fanboy, will he? Have a vision. Uchiha Madara. That's it, and planetary devastation's gravity depends on its own strength and the amount of chara. Uchiha Madara. In my current state of reincarnation, as long as I am a little careful, I can make a sphere larger than Konoha village. Sage of Six Paths claims to be the ancestor of Hashirama and me, and has both a fairy body and a fairy eye, so the strength must be stronger than me, and the strength of the Hamura fairy is not much worse than Sage of Six Paths. Quote. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. If you join forces, you can definitely create a super large sphere. Although the moon is far away from us, the immortals of Hamura can bring the Otsutsuki clan to settle down, and the distance is limited. Uchiha Madara. Then logically, 4.0 works. Closing parenthesis. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Finally, the guy who pretended to be my will, Ishin guided me to activate the Moon Eye opportunity. After possessing the Sharingan of reincarnation, he used the moon to open infinite Tsukuyomi. Close black lens bracket. Uchiha Madara. I didn't think there was anything before, but now that I know that he is the will created by Otsutsuki Kaguya, I have to doubt his purpose. Uchiha Madara. If strength allows, assuming Sage of Six Paths and Immortal Hamura join forces to seal Otsutsuki Kaguya, then they must hide in the dark, guide me, deceive me, and so on. Uchiha Madara. To sum up, the moon was made by Sage of Six Paths and Hamura immortals to seal Otsutsuki Kaguya, and it was definitely the backhand left by Otsutsuki Kaguya before being sealed, in order to release the seal. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Ju, I'll call you that for now. I didn't expect that I'm just a chess piece for your resurrection Otsutsuki Kaguya. That's fine, the police let me find you, or you'd be better off dead. Uchiha Madara, whose IQ is on the line, is also really scary. As expected of Izumio, who has spent decades deploying the Eye of the Moon plan. And his remarks are well founded. At the same time that it makes people feel absurd, I begin to believe it in my heart. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. You are very smart, you guessed it, the reason I can't say, but it is indeed the mother that I sealed with Hamura. Open black lens bracket black Zetsu. Mother? Are you worthy of calling your mother that? Very good, real hammer. This play is getting better and better. Chapter 82 Otsutsuki Kaguya. Sneak into the village, don't shoot, 4 announcements. Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Open black lens bracket black Zetsu angry face Otsutsuki Hagoromo at Otsutsuki Hamura. Everything for both of you comes from your mother, but for the sake of mere human beings and your mother, you also seal up your mother. It is really filial piety that kills me. You are not worthy of it this title. It seemed that Yui and Hamura thought that calling Otsutsuki Kaguya a mother was a kind of contamination, and black Zetsu jumped out and directly turned on the spray mode. And his words revealed a lot of information. First, Uchiha Madara's guesses are all correct. It is really Sage of Six Paths and Hamura Senran who joined forces to seal Otsutsuki Kaguya. The moon is actually artificial. Second, Otsutsuki Kaguya seems to have done something unfavorable to human beings, and Sage of Six Paths and Hamura chose to stand against her. Reminiscent of the rumors of Sage of Six Paths saving the world. Everyone started brain supplements one after another, thinking of Otsutsuki Kaguya as an evil villain. Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. It seems that you are indeed a creature created by your mother using yin and yang to create a rhyme. Do you know why I sealed my mother back then? Open black lens bracket black Zetsu. I just want to mass produce white Zetsu. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. So you know, then you should also know that every white Zetsu was a human before the transformation, but after the transformation, it became a whole. Infinite Tsukuyomi is still arbitrary in the final analysis. Black Zetsu. Yes, I know, but ordinary people die when they die, and it is their honor to help their mothers. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. You are too indifferent. Open black lens bracket black Zetsu. You are sitting on your ass. Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Maybe Hanamura and I are indeed ashamed of our mother, but our birth is more because of the collective blessing of human beings. You can choose either side. Black Zetsu. Ah, then I was created by my mother anyway, and I didn't discuss it with you. Since you chose human beings, you will call your mother again. It sounds disgusting. Neither Yui nor Hamura said anything. Not much speculation. Back then, they fought together with Otsutsuki Kaguya for a few months and persuaded him for a few months, but they couldn't change the latter's mind. Black Zetsu must be so stubborn. O3 still see the real chapter. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. At Black Zetsu. So your name is Black Zetsu. Finally you don't want to be a tortoise? Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Idiot Madara is hot. I am amazed when black and white are the same body, so the separation is naturally white Zetsu and Black Zetsu. Uchiha Ran they all tell you that it can verify whether a person is online. You won't try it. Yanho Hashirama. Absolutely. Suicide. Black Zetsu. It makes sense. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. F asterisk Kami, at Black Zetsu, you'd better come to me and commit suicide, or I'll make your life worse than death. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. I committed suicide in front of you? Are you an idiot or am I an idiot? You only deserve to be played by me in the palm of your hand. Luo Sho Hashirama. At Black Zetsu, what words are you using? I'm angry. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Idiot. Open black lens bracket. Uchiha Madara. Good, very good. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Yes, I'm fine. Then you should take care of yourself first. Uchiha Madara's eyes narrowed, and his heart rose. Good foreboding. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. At Uchiha Obito, let me tell you, the death of Rin Nohara was not an accident at all. Open black lens bracket Hitaki Kakashi. What do you mean? Close black lens bracket Kakashi asked about intimacy heaven. The blood on his hands that seemed to never be washed away was the dream demon in his heart. Over the years, he didn't know how many times he woke up from his dreams. But now I know that his death was not an accident. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Okay, let me tell you, this idiot Uchiha Madara was deceived by me. Ishin wants to use infinite Tsukuyomi to make everyone in the whole ninja world fall into genjutsu, so as to get peace. To open infinite Tsukuyomi, the premise is to become 10 tails Jinchuriki. Oh, you don't know what 10 tails are. That is the summoning beast of the mother, but was later differentiated into 9 tails beast by the yin-yang power of Otsutsuki Hagoromo. If Madara wanted to become 10 tails Jinchuriki, he had to collect 9 tails first, but he was already old at that time, and he didn't have the strength to grab the 9 tails forcibly, so he started looking for pieces for his resurrection and revival. Prepared to snatch the 9 tails beast. The first chess piece is Uzumaki Nagato, and Madara gave him the Samsara Eye in order to trick him into performing the reincarnation technique to revive himself at the right time, and also to snatch the 9 tails beast. The second pawn is Uchiha Obito, who monitors and guides Nagato. In order to make Obito blacken, Madara deliberately designed his favorite Nohara Rin to be captured by the fog, and became 3 tails Jinchuriki, and then used a spell to control Nohara Rin back to Konoha, and he usually encountered only Hitaki Kakashi. What's even more coincidental is that when I arrived at the scene with Obito, I happened to see the scene where Kakashi kills Nohara Rin, but it was actually Nohara Rin who slammed into Kakashi. Obito, who didn't know the truth, saw that the woman he loved was killed by the most fettered partner, so it was blackened, and Ergoyu went directly to Mangekyo. I have to talk about Madara's eyesight. I did find a good piece. Unfortunately, all this is done is actually just resurrecting my mother. Madara, you idiot, Black Zetsu seems to be obscure, or it may be that Otsutsuki Kaguya's listing gave him confidence, and Balabala directly said a small composition. And he revealed too much information in these words, which made people digest for a while. Then many people's faces turned black into the bottom of the pot. Sister Nan, asking our leader has been fooled by others? Deidara looked at Conan with a frowning expression. The interests of Kakuzu, Feiduan, Shay and others are also not very beautiful. The leader is being badly wanted, aren't these members even more stupid? So, aren't we ready to change our target now? Conan ducked behind Uchiha Ran. Infinite Tsukuyomi, so this is your final plan. Vortex Nagato looked gloomy. Uchiha Obito pretended to be Madara to lie to him that 10 tails could make the world.
nuclear, and he summoned the Six Paths Golem, naturally believing the barrier. It was all a conspiracy. Brother Jung can face a powerful minister like Lu Wei, even if he bears humiliation and bears heavy burdens, he can fight back.
Keep your breath, as long as I have a 5-point level, I can achieve my wish. 99. Uzumaki Nagato took a deep breath and continued flipping through the book.
93. Kamui. 93. Above Uzumaki Nagato's head, Obito smirked in anger and slapped Uchiha Madara outright.
Shen Luo Tianzheng. Uchiha Madara's eyes widened, the repulsion radiated, and he maneuvered flexibly to let himself fly the hook. The body that moves the earth and turns around will not die, but it can be sealed. And if you are locked in Kamui's space, you will not be able to come out, and if you are sealed, there will be no district police.
Susanoo. Uchiha Obito's eyes widened, and he summoned and hooked a cyan giant wrapped in a chakra-like chakra coat, holding the Kamui shuriken in both hands, directly targeting Uchiha Madara.
Advertisement, have you figured it out? Are you really going to fight me? Uchiha Madara put down her arms clasping her chest and said indifferently, if you die, that Lin won't even have a chance to be resurrected. Uchiha Madara has no fear of Obito, even though Kamui's abilities are tricky. But knowing the truth about Black Zetsu's layout and the Moon Eye's plan, he didn't want to kill this good seed who was qualified to be his follower. In the state of reincarnation, can you use the art of reincarnation? Uchiha Obito asked after pondering for a while.
The humiliation brought about by being deceived is nothing at all in front of the resurrection Lin.
No, Uchiha Madara admitted generously. Only the power of heretics cannot be used, otherwise, wouldn't I resurrect whoever I want? Resurrecting people with the reincarnation technique will consume different levels of chara according to the time of death of the deceased and the integrity of the corpse. If the dead person has been dead for too long or the body does not exist, using the reincarnation technique is equivalent to exchanging life for life. But Uchiha Madara is reincarnated, immortal. If he can use the technique of reincarnation, he can resurrect anyone at will. Then you told you so much, Obito smiled coldly and asked for a fisherman.
I don't believe it, there are people who will do it. 11.
Uchiha Madara deflected his gaze to Obito's right. Okay. Obito suddenly turned his head when he felt something. Uchiha ran. When were you here? 10 meters away, stood a young man with black hair and black pupils with a smile on his face.
Who is not Uchiha Ran? But Obito found himself unaware that he didn't know when he was there.
I'm just a shadow clone. Uchiha Ran pushed the frame and smiled. The body left a mark of the Thunder God here. I came before Black Zetsu escaped. Uchiha Obito's heart sank. This same clan is much stronger than him. If it wasn't for Uchiha Madara's reminder, he would not have known that such a person was present. As everyone knows, Uchiha Madara is also very shocked. He was also after Obito hooked his hands, and because he released Shinra Tianzheng, he noticed the existence of Uchiha Madara, otherwise he would have no feeling.
Did you keep Rin Nohara's body? Uchiha Ran asked proactively.
Advertisement. Uchiha Obito's eyes changed, and his voice trembled as he asked, are you willing to help me revive her? A piece of cake. In Madara's words, it's a matter of staring. Uchiha Ran shrugged. Uchiha Madara, but I have one request. Uchiha Ran's words changed. Uchiha Obito's expression stiffened, and then he said seriously, you say, as long as I can do it. 17. After Black Zetsu reveals everything, he also learns that the so-called infinite Tsukuyomi is the resurrected Otsutsuki Kaguya.
The so-called creation of a peaceful world is a lie. Of course he won't do it again. Reviving Nohara Rin and protecting her from harm in the future became his only thought. Find two people who are right, and resurrect Namikaze Minato and Uzumaki Kushina. 93. Is that okay? Uchiha Ran asked with a smile. Uchiha Obito's body trembled. After half a sound, he said, not enough. After I resurrect Lin, I will make atonement. 93. Otherwise, it would not be worthy to stand beside Lin. I will withdraw first, other things, wait for the main body to talk to you. Uchiha Ran nodded and made a seal. On the other side, Uchiha Ran had a bunch of information in his mind. Looks like Black Zetsu has done me a big favor unintentionally. Uchiha Obito just did it. Lord Madara, take your time. Resurrection is around Hashirama, he should be more active than me. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. At Black Zetsu, there is one thing I don't understand, about Infinite Tsukuyomi and Ten Tails Jinchuriki. I read the rhyme from the stone tablet left by Sage of Six Paths. How do you say you lied to me? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. After saying that you are 933 smart, you are stupid again. I have lived a rough life, and I have too much time to modify the content on the stone tablet, understand?
Uchiha Madara. So, let me know that the power of Hashirama can help me open the eyes of reincarnation, and you did it on purpose.
Advertisement. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Exactly, close corner bracket. Yan Hand Hashirama. You black and unapologetically bad guy, you lied to Madara to trick me into ending the Valley decisive battle, stealing power, opening reincarnation, and doing so many bad things against the ninja world. I call on the whole ninja world to join forces, carpet search for this guy. Closing parenthesis.
Uchiha Ran. Konoha is fine. Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Hirumi Mei. With so many conspiracies, I, Kiryu Village, do my part. Onogi. Iwagakure is willing to be a good player. Luosha. Sand Shinobi is fine here. 4th generation I hate this kind of villain who hides his head and shows his tail the most, and I, Cloud Shinobi, agree. For a time, a wave of crusade against Black Zetsu rose in the whole ninja world.
But the parties are not wrong at all. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Seek yourselves for a lot of luck. Mother got the reward, and it won't take long for you to break the seal. When the time comes, you will perform the infinite Tsukuyomi technique, but there will be no two white-eyed wolves to save you. Quote.
As soon as Black Zetsu said these words, the chat area of Jinbang went silent. Immediately after, everyone paid attention to the reward options of Otsutsuki Kaguya.
In a short period of time, I received information such as, Blood Followers, Otsutsuki Kaguya survived for more than 3 rough years, Sage of 6 Paths Brothers Seal Kaguya, Black Zetsu layout of rough years to arrange the Eyes of the Moon plan, and other information.
Until now, they have not paid attention to what the reward options are for Otsutsuki Kaguya. No. But when they entered the gold list, everyone found that there was no information. Not only that, Otsutsuki Kaguya's live room was also completely black. This is the end of the choice. Then, everyone noticed the announcement at the top of the gold list. Gold list announcement. The release of the blood succession list is over, and it will be refreshed every other month. After the refresh, 30 people on the list will be announced and rewarded. Gold list announcement. The next list is the summoning beast list, and the inventory will be issued in 7 days. Only the top 30 will be admitted. The specific information will be announced by the end of the golden list. Gold list announcement. While waiting for the list, the chat area will continue to be opened, and the speaking rules will remain unchanged.
Gold list announcement. While waiting for the list, those on the list can start live broadcasts for 1 hour a day, and the anchor has the right to propose restrictions on those who enter the live broadcast room. Quote.
Looking forward to seeing you in 7 days. This message was posted 2 minutes ago. In other words, Otsutsuki Kaguya has been silently collecting the reward for more than 2 minutes. So, who knows what reward options she has and what to choose? Chapter 83 Otsutsuki Agarwood is very arrogant. Kaguya selects the reward in seconds, please customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement there is a set of procedures for the announcement of the winners of the gold list. The first is the announcement of the bell of the golden list, accompanied by the 3-dimensional images of the winners in the sky. Then the 3-dimensional image will be turned into a ray of light, which will be turned into an avatar at the back of the ranking. For example, the blood successor list is to expose the blood succession information and development level of the people on the list. At the same time, the screen in the live broadcast room of the golden list will switch to the person on the list, and the selection reward will be broadcast live.
Reward options will appear 1 minute after the live screen appears, behind the ranking information.
Next, those on the list need to select the reward within the specified time, 10 minutes, and the gold list will be distributed as soon as possible. Finally, when the winners get the reward, the camera of the live broadcast room of the gold list will be switched or closed. Before Otsutsuki Kaguya was on the list, there were already 31 people on the list. Everyone is already familiar with this process and knows when to discuss and speak. But after Otsutsuki Kaguya was on the list, starting from his appearance, name, identity, and body, he brought out too much shocking information. Everyone has not digested the previous information, and then another big melon came. Finally, half of the second melon was eaten, and the third melon came again. Simply overwhelmed. And just around, Black Zetsu even exposed his plan for a difficult year, which is related to the safety of the entire ninja world, and that Uchiha Madara, the ninja world Shira, was deceived. No one cares about the bonus options Otsutsuki Kaguya gets. After all, Otsutsuki Kaguya didn't say a word from start to finish. The big subconscious feels that she will speak when she starts to choose the reward. But the fact is, no open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Ha ha ha, are you dumbfounded? Are you dumbfounded? Lousy Otsutsuki has been waiting for a long time since he was Agarwood, and will he suddenly swell and tell you so much? I just want to divert your attention. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Mother is the second choice, you have no way of knowing what he chose, and greeted the coming of death in fear. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Warm reminder, the rewards your mother has received are far beyond your imagination. Open black lens bracket Black Zetsu. Madara, even now, you are still my tool. Black Zetsu laughed wildly and was extremely arrogant. And his performance made everyone's expressions gloomy.
Even Otsutsuki Hagoromo and Hamura were speechless at this time.
They were also distracted by Black Zetsu. Advertisement. Mainly Otsutsuki Kaguya's second choice operation, which was unexpected. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. You are too happy too early. Black Zetsu. Too early? Are you going to tell me you know? Unless you've been staring at the gold list and copying it with Sharingan, it's not possible, and I don't believe how to ask.
Uchiha Madara. I really don't know, but I believe that Uchiha Ran must know. Quote.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Surprisingly, Madara believes me so much?
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. It's not just trust, it's just that you give me a very reliable feeling, and you obviously know the existence of Otsutsuki Kaguya, and you also understand the blood snares. I have reason to believe that you know more, and the frequency of your speech before very high, but Otsutsuki Kaguya has not spoken since the live broadcast of Jinbang.
Uchiha Madara looked calm, He really didn't see the list reward option for Otsutsuki Kaguya. And he didn't even see it, let alone others. There was no need to place hope.
But Uchiha Ran is clearly an outlier. Yansho Tobarama. As long as this guy is not conceited, his brain is indeed much better than my elder brother.
Uzumaki Mito. Otherwise, how could I have chosen Hashirama and started monogamy? Yansho Hashirama. Madara, did you see it? Mito is complimenting me. You are not just as good as me. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. Han. Open black lens bracket difficulty Tobarama. Big brother, take a good stroke. Are you sure your sister-in-law is complimenting you? Open black lens bracket Yanhao Hashirama. Mito's meaning, isn't he saying that I am honest and simple?
Open black lens bracket Tansho Tobarama. Yes. Big brother is wise and foolish. Honest people are better than stupid people. Black Zetsu. At Uchiha Ran, did you really see it? I don't believe it.
Uchiha Ran. I did see it, and took a picture, by the way.
It is also a coincidence. When he appeared on the blood following list, he guessed that Otsutsuki Kaguya would be on the list, but when he found out that he was ranked 9th, his heart was a little shaken.
Until Otsutsuki, who was also on the moon, was on the list, but Onogi was not on the list. He is sure there are independent rankings, and so it is. The appearance of Otsutsuki Kaguya surprised him, but it was not a distraction in terms of stereoscopic images. He may know better than Otsutsuki Kaguya about the blood snares. Black Zetsu saves his mother, he also knows more than the parties involved. Advertisement The moon was created when Hao Yumura sealed Kaguya, he also knew what Hao Yumura didn't know, the reason why Kaguya insisted on launching Infinite Tsukuyomi. These things, he lacked interest. What he is most interested in is Kaguya's list reward. How good is this top reward? He is very interested, and also wants to take this opportunity to analyze Otsutsuki Kaguya's current psychology. What reward is most looking forward to?
And the final result did not disappoint him. The first is the Hokage world version of the Dark Ancestor Talisman, which was bred from the power of the rules of heaven and earth, and the owner can control the darkness, obviously pirating the martial ancestor world.
Fortunately, it is pirated, otherwise Kaguya can directly break the seal and work hard with this. The reason for this option is probably related to Kaguya being sealed in the moon for many years, fed up with the darkness, and has a police-like attachment to the darkness. Moreover, the Dark Ancestral Talisman can create a special dark space to suppress and obliterate living beings or souls. No matter how you look at it, it is an enhanced version of the small black house. He seriously doubts that this will have resentment towards Yuya and Yumura. Who can stand the loneliness of rough years? Uchiha Ran finds the day hard. The second reward is half a 9 tails or a 4 tails beast, which is completely understandable. Otsutsuki Kaguya's current blood snares are in a mutilated state due to the lack of the fruit of the god tree, Zara. With rewards like 4-tailed beasts or half-tailed beasts, as long as she comes back 3 times, she can return to the heyday before she was sealed. The third reward is a guard card of a star-defying star powerhouse, which can automatically extract characters from all worlds, and can be protected for a day after binding. The other party is not allowed to actively destroy the ninja world and obliterate the life of the ninja world, but Uchiha Ran quite greedy. Although this card could not be used as a thug to summon a person who came frequently, but with a person of this rank as a bodyguard, even if Otsutsuki Urashi and others came, he could walk sideways. There will be such an option in the Kaguya reward, indicating that she is really insecure, for fear that one day Otsutsuki and Munakata will come and cleanse her as a sinner.
In the same way, the fourth rewarding soul-chopping sword is obviously a means for Otsutsuki Kaguya to completely obliterate the Otsutsuki clan. After all, this clan is very perverted. After the master wears the wedge, the soul will be bound to the opponent's home after being killed. Means
Destroying the soul can solve the problem from the root cause.
The last, fifth reward, world transfer card, needs to meet special conditions and can be permanently immigrated to any world. Good or bad depends on the benevolent, but it also reflects the fear of the Otsutsuki family.
Not thinking about running away forever, but thinking that someone can protect him or have the means to completely kill the other party. Of these 5 kinds of rewards, let Uchiha Ran choose, he is definitely not 2. But Otsutsuki Kaguya did not choose 5 in the end. It seems that she does not want to go to an unfamiliar environment.
Open black lens bracket black Zetsu. Damn it, you not only saw it, but also took a screenshot.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. If you are upset, I don't mind having a fight with you. Do you have an appointment? Black Zetsu. I won't go straight down my identity and start a fight with your junior. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. Then please shut up, understand? Open black lens bracket black Zetsu. You.
Advertisement. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. The defeated dog barks. Of these 5 rewards, which 4 did Otsutsuki Kaguya choose? Close black lens bracket.
Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. 1, 2, 3, 4. Uchiha Madara. Same as I thought. Option 5. That particular condition represents too much uncertainty.
Difficulty Hashirama. Are you serious about devouring the ancestral talisman and the soul-chopping sword? I feel that the Pure Land world is no longer safe. Quote.
Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hagoromo. Don't worry, the mother is still sealed in the moon, and these means cannot be used until the restoration of its heyday is broken out. The formation of the moon is based on 6 paths planetary devastation. The power of sealing is extremely strong and is sealed in it. Otsutsuki Kaguya cannot mobilize the slightest Zara, and naturally cannot use the dark ancestral talisman and soul-chopping sword. Even if she gets the 4 tails beast or half of the 9 tails now, it's useless, and she still can't use it. But as long as she continues to be on the list, continues to get the tailed beast chakra, and finally becomes 10 tails Jinchuriki again, she can finally break the seal and lie down.
Open black lens bracket Otsutsuki Hamura. According to the analysis of the situation this time, the mother will be on the list 3 more times, and then she can make enough chara to become 10 tails Jinchuriki again, but 3 times may be enough, because there are too many chara in Kurama, so next time everyone work hard to get on the list to get rewards and improve your strength, before your mother breaks the seal. Quote. At this time promise well, Sage of 6 Paths will no longer be on track, and will say anything.
There was a sense of urgency in the hearts of everyone. Otsutsuki Sharon can be done by the ancestor Otsutsuki Hamura. But Otsutsuki Kaguya, the existence that Yui and Hamura persuaded not to listen to, could only be sealed. Obviously they could only rely on hard power to resist. Open black lens bracket Onogi. The next time is when we are united, so can Konoha announce the scroll of the summoning of the 3 Holy Land contracts? Summoning is not simple, it is divided into contract summoning, animal summoning, ninja beast summoning, props summoning, and human summoning. Among them, signing blood contracts with major holy places can summon most of the creatures in the holy places. The specific situation depends on the size of the individual chara and whether the creature has time. Mount Myoboku, Longdi Cave and Shibone Forest are known as the 3 holy places, which are above other holy places. Knowing that you will be rewarded for being on the list, and the further you go, the better, who doesn't want a piece of the pie? However, when Onogi came up with it, it was just habitual sourness. The current Konoha, it is impossible to yield. To his and everyone's surprise, Uchiha Ran agreed. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. I, who temporarily replaced Hokage, can promise this. Open black lens bracket Onogi. Really? Close black lens bracket open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. It is more real than real gold, but the details need to be discussed. Uchiha Ran pushed the frame, and the corner of his mouth twitched. This wave. I want blood to earn, commission. Chapter 84 Sister Nan was teased so much that she wanted to retire. Swear to follow the leader? Please customize. Previous chapter next chapter advertisement Katsuyu, toads, snakes, crows, monkey demons, ninja dogs, etc. of the 3 holy places, are they summoning beasts? Yes and no. Before summoning beasts, they were first ninja beasts, and even monsters who practiced sage jutsu chara. They are summoning beasts only when they sign a pact with a ninja. In other words, if you want to be on the summoning beast list, you have to recognize each other and reach a relationship with a ninja. Signing a contract is just to get the summoning qualification, it does not mean that you have a summoning beast.
For example, after Naruto signed the contract of Mount Myoboku, summoning Yunga Wentai at the time of life and death, but not recognized by the latter, the relationship between the 2 parties is not established.
And now, Toad Bunta recognizes Naruto, but definitely has the best relationship with Jiraiya. So it can be speculated that summoning beast will be on the list with the person he recognizes the most. Of course, there is another situation. Uchiha Madara and Nine Tails relationship. If you can completely conquer the opponent with your strength and turn the opponent into your own exclusive summoning beast, that's fine. To sum up, how about handing over the summoning contract opportunity of the 3 holy lands?
The Katsuyu of Shibone Forest is actually one, and it must be hard to hand or Uchiha Ran.
The snakes in Longdadong are not easy to get along with. Orochimaru summoning also has to give gifts to the snakes. How many people can handle them? Mount Myoboku has many toads and is easy to talk about, but from Jiraiya to 4th Hokage, Uzumaki Naruto can be said to be in the same line. Can other ninja villages take it away? It's possible for a long time, but that's in decades. As for the core secret sage jutsu of the 3 holy lands, that is not Chinese cabbage. And before that, the empty glove white wolf gets many practical benefits around it as the most real. In the Golden List era, step by step. No matter if you are still in the ninja world, you will not grow. Open black lens bracket Onogi. 5th Hokage, what do you want to talk about? Close black lens bracket. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. Cloud Shinobi can accept it as long as it is not excessive. Terumi Mei. 5th generation, understand? Close black lens bracket Warakun can't be taken for nothing, right? Luosha. Wan Duzi. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Ran. This kind of thing, of course, we should talk about it during the 5 Shadows meeting, right? The white wolf with empty gloves also pays attention to the basic law. The hidden village of the same level of policemen is just fine, that's called a game. Talking about it in public is a fool's operation. Da 937 Nogi, 5th Hokage, you can dream of us. The 3 holy places that have the inheritance of sage jutsu. The 4 hidden villages have always wanted to step in. Now that I finally have a chance, how can I give up?
Uchiha Ran. As a Hokage, I won't lie, but before that, did 3rd Tsuchikage keep its promise and hand over the black soil to me? I just happen to be missing a secretary, and it should be good to be selected by you as Genin Tsuchikage. Closing parenthesis.
Onogi. Ahem, I just talked casually to liven up the atmosphere. Sage of 6 Paths and Immortal Hamura are here, and their mother must be there, I can't guess. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Madara. In terms of thick skin, I would like to call you the strongest. Lousy. As always, people find it annoying. Open black lens bracket 4th generation I. I have learned it, but I have lost it.
Black Earth. Grandpa, granddaughter thinks Tsuchikage has to keep his word. In order to maintain your image of being wise and talented, granddaughter is willing to be a secretary for 5th Hokage.
Onogi. Advertisement want to vomit blood. What kind of district police do the Black Soil join Konoha and join Konoha by himself? Yes, there are district police. If there are children, his children belong to Rock Shinobi, and the children of Black Soil belong to Konoha? Is this the power of the black-hearted padded jacket? Grandpa, you're young now, and it's perfectly fine to continue serving as Tsuchikage. 99.
I'm going to Konoha, and I can openly and honestly listen to the information.
The current Konoha is not what it used to be. Under the leadership of 5th Hokage Uchiha Ran, it will enter a period of rapid development, and the granddaughter feels that she must have eye contact with the top. And you see that Uchiha Ran knows a lot of information about other worlds. With a granddaughter, Jianing can help Iwagakure not be used in this golden age. What do you think? What do I think? Onogi sighed deeply as he looked at Kuroto's hard-hearted expression and determined to dedicate himself to Iwagakure. I believe in your evil. What bad idea are you having? 93. In the dark secret base, Conan rang out with a seductive voice.
All the members of the Shao organization immediately glanced at Uchiha Ran.
I don't know why, even in such a confined space, everyone is a cage-level powerhouse, but at this moment, they all feel a cool wind blowing behind them. Could it be that the gold list is on the list, bringing in the wind? You see it? Uchiha Ran frowned. Naturally, he wanted to harass Dayemu and all the shadows, but the operation was very rude and should not be seen by others. Conan's power of observation surprised him, and at the same time was dissatisfied with himself. How can Brother Ran be seen unless he exposes himself? What have you done to me? Forgot. 99. You were a big villain, how can you be so kind? Conan gave him a hard look. Thinking of the random encounter with Uchiha Ran more than a year ago, he would hook himself up from time to time, not giving an inch, pressing step by step, an angel on the surface and a devil on the inside. It's shameful that when he realizes it, he actually sinks into Shao. The angel was pulled into the water by a demon in an angel's coat.
How could this guy be a good guy? Quote. Uchiha Ran's mouth twitched vaguely.
What do you mean by asking you're bad guy? I thought you saw through my thoughts. Men are not bad to women, can that be successful? I do this to you. Uchiha Ran said softly. For other women it's the other way around. Prescribe the right medicine, he is professional. Conan heard the sincerity in Uchiha Ran's words, his body softened, and he had the urge to turn into a piece of paper and fly away, but he felt that doing so would lose his image in front of the other members, so he insisted. I cannot those nympho women you can deceive with a few words. No. Uchiha Ran shook his head lightly and smiled, one sentence is enough. What do you think I am? Sister Nan was stubborn. The society is my southern sister, a young woman in literature and art. There is number 10,000 word love letter, so don't talk about it. Uchiha Ran chuckled lightly, stepped forward, and said softly, it's hard to say, it's better to say I love you. Boom. Conan just felt his heart explode. Advertisement. Uchiha Ran means that if you think a few words are not enough, it will be hard to say. It's hard to say, but I love you. Is this to persuade her to confess? Definitely is. The way is so alert, it is my favorite style. I went to see where the Nagato book was. Conan instantly turned into a paperman and flew away. If she didn't leave, she was afraid that she would fall into Uchiha Ran's arms. That would be embarrassing. With Conan's departure, the group of Shao organization single dogs only felt 10,000 points of crit. It turns out that the coolness comes from here. Sister Nan is not a human. She tricked them into Shao's organization and spread dog food. Now it proves to be insane, and it is popular to trick the dog in and then kill it? In the face of eternal art, these are just superfluous, Sasori secretly told himself. Damn it, I really want a blast of art, Deidara hated. How can the evil god think? Kakuzu took a deep breath. It's unreliable, and it's unreliable for anyone except money. Stupid Ududuming, I want to spur you. Uchiha Itachi closed his eyes. Fortunately, he closed his eyes in time, otherwise he would have seen Kisami's eyes on the dried persimmon next to him. I'm afraid it's directly Susano. Uchiha Ran laughed inwardly. What he meant by vain Conan clearly meant that he could not afford to be without profit, and it was absolutely impossible to give benefits in vain. At the same time, it is also a reminder, it's too deep into the play. In the eyes of many people, I am no longer as pure as I used to be. I'm Uchiha, the 5th generation who forcibly took the place of Sarutobi Hazan Hokage. Onogi and the others will definitely treat me in the same position, and their attack this time, it is better to say a compromise, because they can't refuse the contract of the 3 holy places, and even the target is not necessarily summoning beast, but sage jutsu. Some things, you have to change the way you handle it. The importance of being a good helper is reflected at this moment.
If he relies on himself, he will definitely be able to think of it later, it is only a matter of time.
But sometimes a second difference can lead to very different results. Sister Nan is a bystander, and the reminder is in place. Thinking of this, Uchiha pushed up his glasses and stretched out his bangs. Aizen hairspray, you deserve it. Everyone, next, let us discuss the issue of your stay.
Uchiha Ran jumped to the position that belonged to Yahiko, and looked down at the members of Akatsuki.
His change made Deidara and others disagree, but then there was a little more agreement. Wouldn't anyone really think that they joined Shao for the sake of peace? Not because of Pain's big fist. My strength is above you, follow me, no problem, right? Uchiha Ran spoke indifferently. What? Feiduan and Deidara immediately showed eager expressions. Advertisement strength is not by words, but by playing. Looks like you don't agree? Uchiha's mouth curled slightly. Sharingan choice. Mangekyo Sharingan, on, after a minute. Peefed. Everyone knelt on one knee, sweating profusely, panting heavily. Everyone looked at Uchiha Ran with fear and awe. 5 senses, domination? Uchiha Itachi asked in a hoarse voice. In terms of pupil power, he was directly crushed, and he was the person who felt the deepest feelings at the scene. That's right. Uchiha Ran smiled. Unless one day your vaginal power, mental power, is not much weaker than mine, you will not even have a chance to shoot at me. 33. In fact, the time-devouring power was also used, weakening the opponent and supplementing himself. But it doesn't need to be said, below 6 paths, he is truly invincible. Next, let's talk about my sincerity. Uchiha Ri died and put on his glasses, with a smile that made people feel like a spring breeze. I was bored in private and started a business association in the ninja world called Kyushu, selling drinks and some small items, and Kakuzu joined as a vice guild. Long, how is it? Kakuzu, Shaw stood up and asked with enlarged eyes. The Kyushu Chamber of Commerce, which has a net profit of several $1 billion every year, is your industry?
Yeah, Uchiha Ran said indifferently. 4 years ago, when I was 12 years old, I felt that I was short of money, so I fiddled with this Kyushu Chamber of Commerce. 99. I don't know how much money I have now, it's just a bunch of numbers. If you do well, I can leave it to you to take care of it. Is money just a string of numbers? Everyone's mouth twitched. You Versailles, we would like to call you the strongest. Don't worry, Chief, I will take care of everything. Kakuzu patted his chest and assured him that he would like to dig all 5 hearts and show them to Uchiha Ran.
Everyone glanced at him. Is this the Kakuzu who played against first generation?
Increased knowledge. How about giving you a place to preach? Uchiha Ran looked at Haiden. This kind of secret technique, which can be broken into thousands of pieces, must be studied, master. The leader also recognizes the evil god. I have no problem. Feijuan grinned. How about you revive your parents and provide funds to study puppets in the future? Uchiha Ran looked at Sasori. Thank you boss. Sasori thanked him unprecedentedly. I have a share of the explosion fruit, and the explosion that can blow up the ninja world, would you like to know more? Uchiha Ran looked at Deidara. Deidara, is definitely the leader's most loyal pony. Deidara can't wait to hug Uchiha Ran.
You said it earlier. Spanking. It's fine to have no opinion.
Uchiha Ran smiled, and then planned to use the Flying Thunder God to find Uchiha Madara.
At this moment, Kisame suddenly said, wait a minute, what about me? Chapter 85. The sky is sunny, the rain has stopped, and the 2 pillars want to make a big one, please customize.
Previous chapter. Next chapter. Advertisement. Uchiha Ran took a serious look at this Hokage honest man, real ninja.
Kakuzu, Hideon, Dorada, Sasori, Swat and Itachi are all willing to follow me and continue to work in Akatsuki, wouldn't you? Uchiha Ran asked with a smile. You mean, I'm worse than them? Kisame put the Samahata sword behind him in front of him, and an unusual smile appeared on the face of the shark. Uchiha Ran is very strong. Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil power made him unable to resist. Just as powerless as when I met Madara in the first place. But this does not mean that he allows himself to be despised. The ninja who came from Kaguya, even if they died in battle, it was better than just surviving. What? Uchiha Ran showed the right puzzled expression, touched his forehead and said, dried persimmon Kisame, did I see you wrong? 33. What do you mean? Kisame's expression froze. Others also showed expressions of curiosity or confusion. Don't you put your companions first, the companions that everyone can rely on the most? Uchiha Ran said. In confusion? In Akatsuki, you are the one who can entrust your back the most, right? Since the other members have joined, I believe that you will definitely join G-Duo. Hearing this, Kisame's expression became very exciting. Deidara and Feiduan looked at each other with interest. How reliable is this Han who is often dominated by Uchiha Itachi Genjutsu? But from the fact that Uchiha Ran is very clear about their fate and prescribes the right medicine for them, it is obvious that he has an extraordinary understanding of each of them. With both grace and power, the display is consummate. But this will not make them resist, but more willing to follow Uchiha Ran. Not the strong, not the wise, why lead them? So, Kisame, a dried persimmon from the land of Bloodmist, is as reliable as he said? Even I don't know what I'm pursuing, what I'm sticking to. 11. Why do you think that I will sacrifice for my comrades? After changing his expression several times, Kisame grinned at Uchiha Ran. The feeling of being trusted is very cool, very cool. But he wondered why Uchiha Ran asserted so. Perhaps, he can also understand his own way of forbearance. Why'd I think? Uchiha Ran rubbed his temples a little nervously. How to say? I can't always say that I am a traveler. I have seen in the anime that I know that you can't escape from birth, and in order to keep the information about the Shao companion, I chose to summon the hook summoning to kill myself. Even the Emperor guy, they all admired you very much and said that they would never forget you in their whole life. Be a companion, in the heart. 13. You can't feel it, it's useless for me to say 10,000 words. Kisame, I trust you. Uchiha Ran looked deeply at the dried persimmon Kisame. Advertisement. The latter looked at him, ha ha ha. Suddenly, Kisame of dried persimmon lifted his jowl muscle and put it back on his back, and laughed loudly. I really get along with you Uchiha clan. Uchiha Madara Obito disguised as Uchiha Madara, Mr. Shei, and your new leader. I used to value my companions, but I have to kill my companions under the cold-blooded rules of Kirin. I think it's a fake world. Now I understand that it is not the world that is false, but the falseness of mist. In Shao, I found the truth. Don't worry, leader, I will definitely protect Mr. Itachi, everyone. Dried persimmon Kisame suddenly released rhetoric, which made Kakuzu and others feel a little uneasy. No one thought that this man who looked like a shark would have such an idea. Uchiha Itachi looked at Kisame deeply, and this was the first time he saw each other as a companion, rather than a member of an organization who partnered to do things. The future is in our hands. Next, I'll go to the central tower of Rain Shinobi Village, and I'll give you the next tasks. Uchiha Ran smiled and nodded, then turned around with a wave of the imperial robe. The figure disappeared instantly. Call. Deidara patted his chest quickly and sighed. This new leader feels much easier to get along with than Pain. The most important thing is his appetite for me and his recognition of my explosive art.
I didn't expect that he actually knew what I wanted, Sasori said hoarsely.
I don't care about that, I just want to have money. Kakuzu's eyes were burning hot. That is the Kyushu Chamber of Commerce. In just 4 years, he has become the #1 chamber of commerce in the ninja world, a behemoth that is advancing daily. As the vice president of this chamber of commerce, he can swim in the ocean of money. Cool, I don't care. The leader supports me in preaching, which is better than giving me a place to live. It must be the favor of the heretic god, and I can meet such a good leader. No, I think the leader Shin is the incarnation of Lord Heretic God, otherwise how could he be omniscient and omnipotent, and be able to defeat me in seconds? Hideon wields a big sword, dances with his hands, and is like a devout Uchiha Ran. The other people's eyes twitched slightly when they heard the speech of this abnormal guy. Said to be missionary, the portrait is obviously intended to use her scientific research. However, they are also interested in the power of immortality. It's a masochist anyway, just let you experience it yourself. Let's go to the central tower first. Pain, the guy named Uzumaki Nagato is our old leader. He has been hiding behind the scenes, and I don't know if there will be a conflict with the new leader, Deidara said excitedly. Uchiha Itachi's mouth twitched. A bunch of questionable guys. Uchiha Ran really dared to take it.
But so did he. The mistake has been made, and there is nothing to say. 9.
To revive my mother, I only need to control a Jonin, and I need a cage-level powerhouse to revive my father, so I will do it myself. My father and mother are resurrected, so I can guide Sasuke correctly. Advertisement, I can also incarnate as a spirit and become the power of Sasuke. 9.
But before that, let Sasuke evolve Sharingan to Mangekyo.
Uchiha Itachi followed the others to the central tower. At this moment, the Jinbang Live broadcast room suddenly lit up. The focus of the lens is Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke. Uchiha Itachi paused in his footsteps. Mr. Itachi, what's wrong? Kisame asked in confusion.
Nothing. Uchiha Itachi started to hurry, but his attention was put on the live broadcast of Jinbang.
At the same time, countless people poured into this live broadcast room. Open black lens bracket Sugarhand Hashirama. First, open black lens bracket Tobarama. This scene is a bit familiar. Open black lens bracket Namikaze Minato. Shodai, Nidame, is the biggest arena in Konoha. Open black lens bracket Beautiful Hand Hashirama. What is the biggest arena? Beautiful Hand Tobarama. I built it for me to hold the ninja selection test. At that time, brother, you were gone. Beautiful Hand Hashirama. Oh, so, but why do I think this biggest arena isn't very big? Open black lens bracket Tobarama. Big brother, I repeat, you should not measure anything by yourself. Namikaze Minato. Ha ha ha, according to the information I learned earlier, Shodai, you have a pseudo-immortal body and a top-level wood-style bloodline limit, which ordinary people can't compare at all. Open black lens bracket Wei Sho Hashirama. Well, who is streaming now? Open black lens bracket Haruno Sakura. Good Shodai, I am the one who started the live broadcast, ah ha ha. Wei Sho Hashirama. The little girl ranked 29th, you are very good. Knowing that we old guys miss Konoha, you will broadcast it to us exclusively. Ah, this Haruno Sakura was embarrassed. She started the live broadcast because of the commission of Uchiha Sasuke. 0. Dot for flowers. Point 0 just after the round, 4th Cage, expressed his hope that the Chunin exam will continue, and the matter of the gold list will be discussed after the exam is over. Uchiha Ran, who temporarily replaced Hokage, was not there, and the third Hokage Sarutobi Hizan stood up before Nara Shikamaru asked for the gold list, and agreed to the proposal of 4th Cage. And so the 4th battle begins. Before entering the arena, Sasuke entrusted her to say, Sakura, wait a minute and remember to broadcast. I want my parents to see my growth and let Wrong know that I am not what I used to be, and be afraid of me. 93. Sasuke-kun's request, how could she refuse? Naturally, he agreed. And let the whole ninja world know the power of Sasuke-kun, great. But now first Hokage seems to have misunderstood. Yansho Toburama. I always feel that you have misunderstood something, brother. Open black lens bracket Haruno Sakura. Well, Shodai is right, I'm just broadcasting Konoha for everyone, and the next thing I'm going to broadcast is Konoha's biggest event today, San Shinobi Konoha and Chunin Examination Finals Qualifier 4th, by Uchiha Sasuke-kun, against Gaara, the son of 4th Kazekage. Haruno Sakura is not stupid after all, and didn't make the mistake of disliking the hair of the Whirlpool family before. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Fugaku. Sasuke, let me see how far you have grown. Open black lens bracket Uchiha Sasuke. Father, I will not let you down. Sasuke is following the gold list chat area again. Advertisement let Haruno Sakura broadcast live. His original intention is to show his strength in front of the whole ninja interface. But he is not for himself, but for Uchiha. I want to revive the glory of my Uchiha family at this moment. Uchiha Sasuke seals quickly. Fire style, great fireball. Boom. A fire with a diameter of more than 10 meters hit the sand sea that came like waves. This guy, is he jealous that I'm handsome? On the edge of the arena, Genma Shiranui, who had just announced the start of the battle, twitched the corners of his eyes and pressed the rough book in his mouth. If it wasn't for his instant speed, he would feel like he would be affected by the explosion. I'd better go to the high platform. I don't know who Oshwanma secretly thought. As for the contingencies in the battle, wasn't it Kakashi and 4th Kazekage present? Boom. The huge cremation spread out as a sea of flames, obscuring the sight of the audience. Fire-style Phoenix Sage Fire. Taking advantage of the moment when his line of sight was blocked, Sasuke moved tactically and quickly formed a seal on his hand. After the knot was completed, he jumped up and fired continuous firebombs at Gaara. Faced with all this, Gaara was expressionless and just waved at Sasuke. Boom. A layer of sand wall rose without warning, easily blocking the fireball attack. At the same time, Sasuke raised a saloon and opened his mouth to bite. Seeing this, Sasuke grabbed the hook and shot at Sharon. Boom. Kunai flew into Sharon's mouth, and the explosive talisman exploded, turning it into a rain of sand. Seeing this, Gaara waved her hand again. This time, 3 salons have risen. Sasuke, who was still in midair, was dumbfounded. How can this guy be so unreasonable? Isn't that what he did when dealing with Lori? Sure enough, Urzuzi pretended to be forceful, and he would definitely be beaten in the face. Uchiha ran sighed inwardly when he saw this scene. Then he looked at Uchiha Madara and saw a constipated expression on his face. Sasuke was shocked when he shouted, "For Uchiha!" Before the opening. The same as the reincarnation of Indra, the second pillar is really miserable. Uchiha Ran sympathized with Sasuke for a second, then said, "Madara, I need your help with a small matter." "What's up? Fight me, huh?"